authorities indicate that storm devastated the area earlier. The storm was reported to have swept through Opobo and satellite communities where roofs of several houses at the waterfront were pulled out, while makeshift houses at Ekbele, John Jaja, Macpepple, and Fubara were totally destroyed. According to an indigene of the community, economic trees have been destroyed. Electricity poles fell on buildings, destroying the wires. Some inhabitants of the communities have taken to social media to complain about the situation, which they say has rendered them homeless. One Victor Oku, a suspected kidnapper, has disclosed how he received 1.5 million naira after the first operation of his gang members, and then 400,000 naira after the second, and 200,000 naira after the third operation. Oku, who also confessed that he received 100,000 naira after the fourth operation, revealed that members of his gang shot and killed their victim, who was a pastor, during their fifth operation. The suspected kidnapper also confessed to how he operated as a driver in all the operations, however, denied handling a gun or pulling the trigger against the pastor. Oku spoke when he was paraded at the River State Police Command headquarters on Moscow Road, said the struggle to purchase a bag of rice for Christmas in 2023 made him join kidnapping just as he asked for mercy.
So I got myself involved in a kidnapping case. The man that died, I was on steering. So they came down from the car. It was when they came down from the car, they wanted to carry him with his own car. That was when I heard that gunshot. Then later they started running back to the car. So I was asking myself what happened. They said I should move. So it was inside the car that they started saying that the person was shot. It was after this incident that when I was arrested, that was how I got to know that it was a pastor. If not, initially I didn't know. The first one, they gave me 1.5 million. And the second one was around 400. Third one was around 200,000. 100,000 was the last. So around 2023 when I came out, I got myself involved because of friends.
Kelechi Igwe, another suspected car theft, also confessed to how he helps criminals who specialize in car theft disassemble vehicles for easy sale of parts.
I have someone that's like Moga called Tony Onyegwe because he's the one that introduced those people to me. Then I will be at my shop. Anytime they bring car, I will receive it. So just like someone like Atiku, Ugo, Tome, and they have spare keys that they use to remove car where it is normally parked. Anyone that they can access to remove, they remove it. They use car and stroll around the town. I look for car. The cars pass through me. I'm aware that those cars are still cars. Anytime they call me, say come and receive car, I will come out and receive it.
Today FM correspondent reports that the police also paraded a dismissed police sergeant who was accused of kidnapping in 2021 and continued to parade himself as a police officer, even claiming to be an inspector of police, a rank he did not attain before his dismissal. The dismissed sergeant confessed to have stolen a total of 9 cars, which is sold between 1.3 and 2.5 million naira each. The All Progressives Congress in River State, under the leadership of Emeka Beke, says it has uncovered plot by a loyalist of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to embark on what it perceives to be a process to clamp down on loyalists of former Governor Rotimi Amechi in Emoha local government area and other parts of the state. The embattled Publicity Secretary of APC, Darlington Nwojo, in a media briefing in Port Harcourt, said the alarm is born out of credible intelligence received at Emoha. Chairman Chida Lloyd has concluded plans with the tacit support of the FCT minister to arrest and indefinitely detain vocal political opponent in his local government area. Nwojo said the only offense of those he wants to arrest and detain is that they belong to the camp of the former governor and transportation minister Rotimi Amechi, adding that information available revealed that such plot had already started with the invitation of Chizi Enyi, a young lawyer from Emoha, to appear at the force headquarters on April 4, 2024, following a petition by Lloyd. Nwojo demands that such provocative plot be brought to an immediate halt and that the police should not be dragged into the arena of politics or aid any politician to settle political scores.
Our prayer is that this provocative plot is brought to an immediate halt and that the police should not be dragged into the arena of politics or in any way aid politicians in settling political scores. Based on information available to us, this plot will begin with citizen Chizi Chigozie Enyi, a young lawyer from Emoha local government area and a loyalist of former Governor Chibike Rotimi Amechi, who we hear is number 1 on the black book of Honorable Lloyd and has been invited already to appear at the force headquarters of the Nigerian Police Force on April the 4th, 2024, based on petitions allegedly written by the Emowa Local Government Council chairman against him.
Roger said the strategy by Lloyd is to have Chizzy Enyi detained indefinitely, or at least hold him for an initial 14 days before court proceedings can be initiated against him in order to break his will and deter other loyalists from speaking up against the political happenings in Rivers State, where the FCT minister is seen to openly do everything possible to control the two major political parties.
We also hear the strategy is to have citizen Chizzy Chigozie Enyi detained indefinitely, or at least hold him an initial 14 days before court proceedings can be initiated against him in order to break his will and deter other loyalists from speaking up against the political happenings in Rivers State, where the FCT minister is seen to openly do everything possible to control the two major political parties in the state, that is the PDP and the APC. We also hear that an FCT magistrate court is willing and ready to handle.
Today FM's correspondent reports that Darlington Mojo, while drawing the attention of the police authorities and the public to the fact that Chizzy Enyi has entered a fundamental right enforcement action at the Rivers State High Court against the IGP and 5 others, warned that the abrasive governance style must be discouraged and should not be allowed in any constitutional democracy. As Christians continue to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ, some clergymen have been speaking on the significance of the event. In his Easter message, Pastor Festus Tekena of Prevailing Power Parish, Redeemed Christian Church of God, Rukwaku, in Obiakpa local government area of River State, said peaceful coexistence and less emphasis on materialism is a true reflection of what the season is all about.
Some people celebrate Easter in a different way, but according to the Bible, Easter is to reflect a sober reflection about the death of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ came to sacrifice his life for everybody, whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Hindus, whoever you are, he came to sacrifice his life. And this is the period where everybody in your family, in your community, this requires peace, to make peace with everybody. And that peace which will help both you, your neighbor, the country, and everywhere. And I will use this opportunity to advise most of our political class. All the things we're struggling for, it is something that you will live in a twinkle of an eye. It's important that they make peace.
In his submission, the vicar of St. Patrick Anglican Church, Rukwaku, Venerable Christian Akawo, observed that the power of the resurrection of Christ from death is the savior of man from all forms of devilish attacks. Venerable Akawo, however, noted that the same power of resurrection is capable of restoring all that is lost and called on all, irrespective of religion or denomination, to live a Christ-like life.
I charge every Christian, and even those who are not Christians, to keep hope alive. Your hope has meaning. The message for Easter is that the Lord Jesus, who rose from the grave, there's nothing impossible with him. And so we trust that the Lord will still restore us as a people in Rivers State here, restore us as a people in this country, Nigeria, and bring again hope that there is no hope at all, and give us a future where there is no future. I trust God for that.
The acting chairman of the Rivers State Senior Secondary Schools Board, Ikechi Nwogu, says hard time awaits principals who violate government directive on illegal and unauthorized levies on students in the state. Nwogu, who gave the warning in an interview with Today FM correspondent in Port Harcourt, said he will not waste a day in taking drastic action against defaulting principals. He noted that the state government has done everything necessary to discourage school heads from indulging in an unprofessional act, stressing that the only way to reciprocate such gesture to the entire teaching staff is to raise standard of education. The post-primary schools board boss, who doubles as the director of administration, however, expressed worry that most students are not taking their studies seriously, stressing that the only way to justify their parents' huge investment in them is to focus on their academic work, keep away from antisocial activities so as to become future responsible leaders.
The board maintains the standard of Rivers State government that there is no illegal fee. No teacher, no principal is allowed to collect any illegal fee from any student. If that principal is caught and it is proved beyond reasonable doubt that is what he or she has done, the person will be shown the way out. Sometimes behind us, we may not know what is happening. And if it is not reported, we'll be using tank cry going around. Then the principal collect money today, then the principal collect money today, until we get a fact and we verify it and proof. I tell you, I will not waste one day to uphold the state government standard as regards that fees collection. The present governor has promoted teachers paid up to date state giving Christmas bonus. When I addressed teachers and principals, I told them the only way to reciprocate what the governor has done is not to contribute money or buy him motor, but to take seriously the little job you are asked to do.
The annual conference of Science Teachers Association of Nigeria (STAN) Rivers State Chapter begins on Tuesday, April 2nd and ends Thursday, April 4 at Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic, Rumola. A joint statement issued by the State Chairman of STAN, Dr. Peters Wago, and Public Relations Officer, Senior Secondary Schools Board, Innocent Irebu, said the event, which kicks off at 10 a.m. each day, will have Governor Siminalayi Fubara as special guest of honor, while Commissioner for Education Chinedu Mom will be a guest at the event. According to the statement, the Executive Secretary of NECT Abuja Chapter, Professor Ismail Junaidu, will be the conference keynote speaker, while former Dean, Faculty of Education, Rivers State University, Professor Joseph Vipen Keziah Achonye of Faculty of Education, Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Cheta Williams, Dean, Faculty of Education, University of Port Harcourt, and Ozioma Ekpete, Dean, Faculty of Natural and Applied Sciences, Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, will all function as lead paper presenters. According to the statement, the conference with the theme 21st Century Curriculum Trends in STEM Education enjoins all science teachers in senior secondary schools in Rivers State to be in attendance so as to continue to promote science and technology education in Nigeria. The Rivers State Civil Society Organization has called on Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Commissioner for Health to explain to Rivers people the state of the Dr. Peter Odili Cancer and Cardiovascular Hospital. The chairman of RIFSCO, NFA Georgeville, who made this call in an interview with Today FM Sandra Kenneth, also asked the state government to clear its name from a weighty allegation of profit sharing with a private consultant by the former administration. NFA threatened to invoke their rights as enshrined in the Freedom of Information Act and also promised to take legal actions if no explanation is given to Rivers people.
The Rivers State Civil Society Organizations call on the Rivers State Governor and the Commissioner for Health to explain to Rivers people the true state of the Dr. Peter Odili Cancer and Cardiovascular Hospital in Irumukuta. We specifically demand that the Governor and the Commissioner for Health should address the state on the weighty allegation that the immediate past governor signed an agreement with the private consultant that will manage and take 97% of the profits of the hospital, while Rivers people whose resources was used to build the hospital will take paltry 3% of the profit. If the Governor or the Commissioner fail to explain to the people within 7 days, Rivers will be forced to invoke our rights as enshrined in the Freedom of Information Act and promise that we will pursue this matter to the courts. Democracy is all about the people. Those who govern hold trust for the people.
You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
The attention of the Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority has been drawn to the activities of land speculators who are selling government land in Greater Port Harcourt, especially at the following locations: the proposed spare parts and auto technicians market, Elelewon and Rumokrushi, Eleme Industrial Area, Aleto, Eleme, adjoining the Indorama Petrochemical Complex, educational layout at Mbodalu, Elikpokodu, Drukboku, the commercial corridor along Tam David West Boulevard, including Eneka, Omagwa, Rukboku, Alu, Iguruta, Abara, Chokocho, Ibueche, and other areas covered by the Greater Port Harcourt Master Plan. The public is advised to beware of these dubious land speculators, as the authority is set to recover all encroached government lands and demolish all illegal structures at owner's cost. Therefore, prospective land developers should verify land status within the Greater Port Harcourt areas of jurisdiction before purchase, as well as obtain their building approvals from the authority. For more information, visit the Greater Port Harcourt head office at kilometer 33, Port Harcourt Owerri Road, Igurutali, or call 0806 137 8065. Signed, Acting Administrator, Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now the rest of the news. The federal government has approved the disbursement of 25 billion naira to the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency and the National Health Insurance Authority to expand and enhance healthcare delivery to Nigerians. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Ali Patia, discloses while reaffirming the unrelenting commitment of the present administration to transforming the healthcare system to attain universal healthcare coverage for Nigerians. In a statement by a spokesperson for the ministry, Dehorche Patricia, the minister said health transformation, renewal and accessibility would be achieved with the approval of a sector-wide approach, SWAP, and a health sector renewal investment program. Party explained that the guidelines will be revised to cover health services rendered to the indigent population while aiming to reduce maternal mortality rate, out-of-pocket payments, and standardized healthcare quality across primary healthcare facilities. The federal government says installation of closed-circuit television, CCTV, and solar lights is currently ongoing as part of security measures on the Third Mainland Bridge in Lagos. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, who made this known, said the Third Mainland Bridge is built to reopen in the coming days. Recall that the bridge has been under repairs for weeks, causing gridlock to motorists and other road users. According to the minister, the repair work on the bridge and the installation of CCTV were targeted at combating crime and illegal mining around the bridge. The Manufacturers Association of Nigerian Man has criticized what it described as a continuous adoption of tight monetary policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, which it says is worsening the competitiveness of Nigerian products in the global market. The Director General of MAN, Segun Ajayi Kadiru, raised the alarm in reaction to the decision of the Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, of the CBN to raise the monetary policy rate by 200 basis points to 24.75% from 22.75%. Ajayi Kadiru lamented that over the last 5 years, the manufacturing export value of Nigeria has declined by 166% to 778.44 billion naira in 2023 from 2.7 trillion naira in 2019. He added that the exorbitant lending rate has also resulted into a 57.6% drop in the share of manufacturing export to non-oil export. He said while MAN recognizes that the NPC decision is aimed at addressing the economic challenges facing the country, particularly the instability in inflation and exchange rate, it is essential for the committee to carefully consider the potential impact of the decisions of manufacturing. On the foreign scene, Iran's persecution of its Baha'i minority has been branded a crime against humanity. Human Rights Watch alleged in a report released that Iran's largest non-Muslim minority has faced a spectrum of abuses since the Islamic Revolution of 1979. The New York-based NGO suggested that the case fits the remit of the International Criminal Court (ICC). HRW said among the persecution endured by the Baha'is are arbitrary arrest, property confiscation, restrictions on school and job opportunities, and the right to a dignified burial. It argues that it falls within the scope of the ICC, whose statute defines persecution as the international and severe deprivation of all fundamental rights contrary to international law on national, religious, and ethnic grounds. According to HRW, while the intensity of violations against Baha'is has varied over time, the persecution of the community has remained constant, impacting virtually every aspect of Baha'is' private and public lives. In sports, Bay FC forward Ashishat Oshoala is expected at the Super Falcons camp ahead of Friday's 2024 Olympic Games qualifier against the Bayana of South Africa. Oshoala will arrive at the camp on Thursday, a day before the first leg. The Super Falcons open camp for the two-legged contest on Sunday. Head coach Randy Waldrum is already in camp alongside the quartet of Rashidat Ajibade, Ashley Plumter, Linda Jikau, and Jumoke Alani. The Super Falcons will welcome Bayana to the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, on Friday before both teams clash against in Pretoria 5 days later. The winner will join Brazil, Japan, and Spain in Group C at the Olympic Games in Paris in July and August. To end the news as a summary of the major stories. We told you that storm earlier today destroyed houses in Opobo community in Opobo Nkoro, local government area of River State. The Rivers Senior Secondary Schools Board has cautioned principals against levying students. We told you that the federal government has approved the disbursement of 25 billion naira to enhance healthcare delivery in the country. On the foreign scene, Human Rights Watch has described Iran's persecution of non-Muslim minority as a crime against humanity. Stella Sasongu, editor of the news. For comment and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on todayfmlive.com. Good evening. I am Lucky Maxwell.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Hello. Welcome to a new dawn. Full of dreams. Full of visions. Full of possibilities and full of life. Let's start your day with Today 95.1 FM. The voice of the people.
Very good evening to each and every one of you out there. Good evening, Port Harcourt. Good evening to all sports fans around the city, around the nation, and around the globe. Welcome to the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on radio. The show is Soccer Nation. My name is Osas, the demigod of sports. I will be the man behind the console to drive you through this amazing world of football. Don't go nowhere as the show will kickstart shortly. All right, let's start with the Super Falcons as Ashley Plumte has been ruled out of the Super Falcons Paris 2024 Olympic qualifiers against South Africa due to injury. Plumte's absence was confirmed on Falcons X handle on Monday, 1st April 2024. She has been replaced by Jumoke Alani, who has already arrived camp ahead of the qualifiers. Aside Alani, Rashidat Ajibade and goalkeeper Tochukwu Oluehi have also arrived. The first leg of the Paris 2024 Olympic qualifiers comes up on Friday, 5th April, while the second leg is billed for Tuesday, 9th April. Meanwhile, African champion South Africa landed Abuja on Sunday, 31st March 2024. The players then headed to the Abuja Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Abuja for their first training session. Real Madrid's all right, that will be for the Super Falcons. As we talk, Real Madrid's final match before facing Manchester City in the Champions League ended in a victory over Athletic Bilbao, thanks to two fine goals by Rodrigo. The Brazil forward opened the scoring with a lovely finish from the 20 yards. He made sure of the points with a composed finish after a mad run. Real Madrid, who welcomed back England's midfielder Jude Bellingham from suspension, are 8 points clear of Barcelona at the top of the La Liga table with 8 games remaining. Athletic Bilbao, who will face Mallorca in the finals of the Copa del Rey in Seville on Saturday, were denied an equalizer at 1-0 when Inaki Williams' attempt was kept out by Andre Lunin. They stay fourth in the table, 1 point ahead of a fifth place Atletico Madrid. Now, on a positive night for Real Madrid, Brazil defender Eder Militao made his first appearance since 12th of August after serious injury when he came on as a substitute in the 92nd minute. They host Manchester City in the quarterfinal first leg of the Champions League on the 9th of April. And the return leg will be on the 17th of April as they make their way to Manchester. Meanwhile, at the moment, it is advantage Liverpool ahead of Arsenal and Manchester City with 9 games to go. Manchester City still remain as favourites for the Premier League title. Pep Guardiola's side are on a long unbeaten run stretching back to 23 games in all competitions. But they have not hit top form, and a few of their performances in that spell have not quite been at the level we know them to. Some of these results have been disappointing too, including Sunday's barren draw with the Gunners. It must be a concern for Guardiola that his side has not beaten another top 5 team this season in 6 attempts. Now, City has a chance to change that when they play Aston Villa at Etihad on Wednesday. They cannot afford to drop points in successive games, as it's another huge night for them against Unai Emery's Villa. One of City's biggest strength, however, is that they have been here and done it before. And while their rivals might be in better form, City have the experience to know that the draw with Arsenal was not a disaster. Still with the Premier League, the standard of refereeing in the Premier League this season hasn't been good enough, says Burnley's manager Vincent Kompany. Kompany was shown a red card by referee Darren England during the 2-0 draw against Chelsea on Saturday for protesting against a penalty decision which led to defender Lawrence Asignon being sent off. 6 Burnley players have been sent off in 30 games this season, the most any Premier League team has gotten. Kompany says that not shying away from giving feedback to officials I don't have any issue with being fined. He also said that I've said it to referees themselves. Refereeing hasn't been good enough this season, and I have said that in a constructive way, understanding the fact that it's not easy for them. The scrutiny is massive. The pressure is bigger than it has ever been on the officials. The addition of VAR and more opinions and more officials doesn't make it easy for them to do their job. Burnley are second from the bottom of the table, 4 points from safety, and would host Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Turf Moor on Tuesday. Now to Everton, £0.7 million deficit in the 2021-2022 season. Everton were deducted 10 points, reduced to 6 on appeal for breaching Premier League's financial rules for the 3rd-year period up to the 2021-2022 season. They are awaiting the outcome of a second charge for the period, including the 2022-2023 season. Everton also reported a profit of players trading of £47.5 million. Anthony Gordon was sold to Newcastle in January 2023 in a deal that could eventually be worth £45 million. £210.9 million was spent on the continued development of the club's new stadium at the Bramley Moor Dock, scheduled to be opened in the 2025-2026 season. A net debt has risen to take £330.6 million, a loss of sponsorship revenue of around £20 million after suspending deals with Russian companies following the country's invasion of Ukraine, contributing to an £8.9 million fall in turnover to £172.2 million. A cost of £7.1 million associated with the departure of manager Frank Lampard and his staff in January 2023, plus a further £3 million linked with changes of board members under Premier League profitability and sustainability regulations. Club can lose a maximum of £105 million over a 3-season period, or £35 million per campaign, before facing sanctions. Now, costs associated with infrastructural investments, youth and women's team can be deducted when calculating PSR losses. In November, an independent commission found the club PSR losses in 2021 through 2022 amounting to £124.5 million. They are currently, talking about Everton, are currently 16th in the table, 3 points clear of the bottom 3 with 9 games remaining. The club is also awaiting Premier League approval for a takeover by American investment fund 777 Partners. All right, now we head to Newcastle, where Newcastle captain Jamel Lascelles is expected to be out for 6 to 9 months after scan revealed he needs surgery on his knee injury. Lascelles ruptured his anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee during Saturday's win over West Ham. The 30-year-old will have surgery next week. A fellow centre-back, Van Botman, suffered a similar injury against the Manchester City earlier this month and has also been ruled out for up to 9 months. Lascelles was forced off after 17 minutes of Saturday's 4-3 win at the St. James's Park. In a statement, the club said, and I quote, "After seeing a specialist consultant, he is expected to undergo surgery next week and will be out for 6 to 9 months. Everyone at Newcastle United extends their best wishes to Jamel for a full and speedy recovery." All right, now we head to the Championship as Leicester City got their Championship promotion charge back on track with a come from behind victory over informed Norwich at the King Power Stadium. Gabriel Serra gave the Canaries the lead after 20 minutes, and Kiernan Drewsbury Hall responded 13 minutes later from close range. Steffi Madvididi put Leicester City in front after the break with a clever finish after beating Jack Stacey, and Jamie Vardy added a third in the stoppage time to seal it for Leicester City. The victory was only the third in 8 league games for the Foxes, and it ended a run of 3 wins in a row for David Wagner's Norwich City. Now to the Women's Super League as Stina Blacksenius scored a 116th minute winner as Arsenal beat Chelsea in a Continental Cup final. Blackstenius fashioned a space in the Chelsea's area to settle a tense encounter with a low strike that Chelsea keeper Hannah Hampton could not keep out. It sees Arsenal retain the title, beating Chelsea just as they did last year on a dramatic and emotional day at Molineux. Arsenal midfielder Frida Manum was carried from the field on a stretcher at the end of normal time after collapsing. Chelsea, whose dream of being the first English women's side to win 4 trophies in a season since Arsenal did it in 2007, have been dashed, appeared to have taken the lead on the 21st minute through Mayra Ramirez's 25-yard drive. Extra time was required after a goalless 90 minutes in front of 21,462 spectators. It was a Blackstenius who produced the moments of magic. The Swede muzzled away from Kulbert in the area and fired in to clinch a record-extending 7th League Cup crown for Arsenal. Now we head to France as a 10-man Paris Saint-Germain moved 12 points clear at the top of the Ligue 1 table with a 2-0 win over Marseille. Vitinha opened the scoring at the Stade de Velodrome with a low strike past Paul Lopez in the 52nd minute. Substitute Gonzalo Ramos sealed the win in the later stages as PSG ended Marseille's 19-game unbeaten home run. The visitors had to play more than 50 minutes with 10 men after defender Lucas Baraudo was sent off for bringing down Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, Jean-Louis Gasset, Marseille thought they had leveled the match just before the hour mark when Jordan Leretot found the back of the net, but his effort was ruled out for offside with Luis Enrique deemed to be obscuring Gianluigi Donnarumma's view. PSG captain Kylian Mbappe, who is set to move to Real Madrid, was substituted in the 63rd minute. The reigning champions need just 10 points from their remaining 7 games to retain the Ligue 1 title. Now we'll head to Chelsea as Cole Palmer continues his impressive debut season for Chelsea as he bagged the brace in their 2-2 draw against Burnley in the Premier League on Saturday. Palmer opened the scoring from the penalty spot in the 44th minute and also scored on the 78th minute to make it 2-1. According to the organisers of the English top-flight Premier League, Palmer's first goal means he is the first Chelsea player to score in 5 straight league home matches since Eden Hazard. His brace against Burnley takes his tally to 13 in 24 league fixtures for the Blues this season. Despite the disappointing draw against Burnley, who had a player and a manager sent off, Chelsea are unbeaten in their last 5 games. Mauricio Pochettino's men have won 3 and drawn 2 of their last 5 fixtures in all competition. The last time they tasted defeat was in the League Cup final, where they fell 1-0 to Liverpool on the 25th of February 2024. Now we head to the east as Jesse Lingard has insisted that reports of FC Seoul's manager Kim Jin-dong's criticism of him have been exaggerated. The former Manchester United and Nottingham Forest midfielder made the move to South Korea in February, but is still without a goal or an assist after 3 appearances for his new club, and his underwhelming start to life at the club brought some fierce criticism from Kim. Quoting Kim, I've been thinking a lot about removing Jesse. If a player who only plays for a few minutes doesn't go in and show off, fight and run as well as players who play for 90 minutes, I don't think he is a football player. His name has no value on the pitch, and I will tell him that exactly. Surprisingly, the comment caused quite a stir when picked up by the English media, but both Kim and Lingard have since played down the severity of the message. Quoting Lingard, I think it's a little bit exaggerated by the media. That's part of football too. I returned to training and had a thorough conversation with the manager, and now I'm focused on the next game. All right, we head to Saudi Arabia, where Neymar is looking to leave Saudi Arabia and has told players at his former club Santos that he will be back in Brazil by 2025. The 32-year-old winger left Paris Saint-Germain to join Al Hilal during the summer for a whopping 90 million euros, only to suffer an ACL injury just 5 games into his career in Saudi Arabia. His contract is believed to be worth close to 150 million euros per season. While he remains sidelined, Neymar returned to Brazil to watch his former side Santos face Palmeiras in the finals of the Campeonato Paulista. And according to reports, Neymar had privately announced his plan to leave Saudi Arabia to the players during the game. Al Hilal are expected to be active this summer and are expected to make a push to sign Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah, who is a top target for the Saudi Pro League side, alongside Manchester City's midfielder Kevin De Bruyne. All right, that's the much we can take on this episode of Soccer Nation. Remember, it still stands as the best 15 minutes of football you can find anywhere on the radio. My name still remains Osas, the demigod of sports, and we will be here same time, same dial, to bring to you amazing stories coming from the world of football. Until then, I'm saying stay lifted and stay blessed. Don't go nowhere. Keep it locked on Today 95.1.
So let's wave our hands. We can sing, we can dance. I don't want this to end. Feels so good.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. Live from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. This is Today 95.1 FM.
Okay, all right. All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique style.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
bigi go to me, Orani ala to me,
Wake up to today's quest.
Welcome to take you through the ever exciting world of sports.
Today's quest on Today 95.1 FM, the news super review segment.
You should pay them. Why not pay them so that the legislature can function effectively? The law governing those people allows them to create a multi-door. I won't use your vehicle. This one that they are giving to us to assembly 600 million. I'm not coming there because I want to chop that peg. No.
Just calm down, okay? Everything is gonna be all right if you believe. Welcome to the show, Entertainment Today, right?
Let's engage on today's hustle.
Welcome to Talk That Talk on Today. No, there's nothing to sugarcoat. If you go to the street, that's where you can get the true report. It's not on newspaper or wherever.
Because I see no reason why people have been suffering like this. And they are bringing IGR, they are bringing...
And welcome to today's Sport Live.
There are people that are scared of the dark.
Nigerian League champions can overturn.
They've considered 5 goals away from home, and at their home ground, they've not been able to score. So he talked about not...
Welcome to the platform on radio.
Okay, America is the standard, right?
It is happening in America.
Hold on, America is... Hold on now. America is the standard. Yes, okay.
They are the fathers of democracy now. Who brought them?
No, they are not the fathers of waiting. They happen. You give them that in the way you talk to. Would they give anybody when they do well? Nah, this is a monkey man. This monkey man.
And just when you think we are done, come on with us. Let's interact on today's Connect.
Is it free? I want to know. Is Ikwere Road free? I want to know. Traffic situation on the road. But this is Area Talk on Today 95.1 FM, your eyewitness report show.
Last week, you hear anything like that? This woman don't make arrest with me. I carry my eye, see them there.
Just we go to play, we go to catch cruise, we go to enjoy ourselves because all work and no play.
I don't know why we are taking this serious. Is there any law that they have passed in this country?
It is Larry Today 95.1 FM. We are your perfect companion from dawn to dusk. Every day. Every day.
It's good to have you. Welcome once again. It's a Monday. It's the first day in the month of April 2024. Don't mind others. Do they still have April Fool arrangement? I don't think so. Nobody to do April Fool. In fact, even this Easter was not Eastering. The Easter was not Eastering at all. At all. Everywhere was just there, dull. Yeah, we understand. The economy is not smiling. People are not happy. I wish those in power will understand what is ongoing. People are not happy. You speak with the average person on the street. There's this kind of anger, in the heart of everyone. And I think politicians should even know how they speak these days. They should be careful. Even all this birthday and Thanksgiving, they are busy doing stuff. You ask yourself, what are you doing birthday and Thanksgiving for? Oh, you are happy. And then the people who own the money, they are not happy. I think politicians should be cautious because we have seen things of this nature happen in other countries. This is a time for them to start having sober reflection and then start working hard. Show some small results here and there. That's what they need to do. All right, straight on. What's on your mind? Feel free to join the conversation. Let's talk. Tell me what is going on in your mind. Tell me what's bothering you. Tell me what is making you angry. It might be social. It might be health. It might be political. Whatever it is that is bothering you, that you feel like, telling me, feel free to join the conversation. Call 0810-9510-951 and 0817-0000-951. I was having a conversation with my colleague and we're talking, about a whole lot of issues. And I told him, guy, you have to look for a way to generate joy. from the depth of your heart. Don't allow situations around you bother you. Just generate joy. Sometimes some people act, childish, and then they might piss you off. People have a lot of, some people have character issues, and it stems from, their childhood, how they grew up. Some people don't have home training. Some people don't have home training. So I told you, no, just forget about it. Some people don't have home training, so they act in funny manners, and they might get you pissed off and angry. And foolish people also grow old. So the fact that somebody is 40 or 40 something or 50 or even 67 does not mean the person has wisdom. If the person has not worked on his or her character over time, the person will grow old. So it is not everybody who has white hair that has wisdom. No, it's not everybody. You see some older people act in a very stupid manner sometimes, and you just wonder, does this person have sense at all? It's character issue. The person didn't have home training. All right. Dial the numbers and send your messages to 0701 9339 962. The traffic around Ozoba, around Rumosi, how is it like? All right. You can also give me an update of what's going on there. 0810 9510 951 and 0817 0000 951. This is an opportunity for you to pour out your heart. We have just 7 minutes because we have a commercial coming up at 6:55. All right, we have just 7 minutes to deal with those issues. Is the Rumosi traffic still bothering you? Well, I just hope they wrap up the construction as fast as possible so we can have free flow of traffic at the Rumosi Junction. And of course, they also finish the one at Ozoba. I don't know how long it will take for them to finish those projects. Well, the ring road is for 36 months. Might be wrong, but hopefully they should finish the Rumosi axis so we can have free flow of traffic. Every guest keeps complaining, once you tell someone to come, they say, it's on our road from the Rumosi axis. But yesterday it was quite free. When Doc was coming into the studio, he told me it was a little bit free. I called him and we spoke, and in less than 10 minutes told me he was in the studio. I said, what happened, Doc? You took chopper? He said, no. He took that particular route. I was like, what happened? He said it was a little bit free. So sometimes, I think Sunday, people were at home, flexing and enjoying, so you have less traffic. But today is Monday. Rush hour from 4 p.m. down is always thick. Always thick. Very, very thick. So, and then for those taking the Ozoba axis, coming to Choba, you might want to go through the Rumokachi Road. Okay? It might be a little bit stressful also. Just enjoy it for a while. I've, said over time that when you want to do construction, you should try as much as you can to think ahead. Don't come and stress us again. Nigerians are already going through a whole lot of stress. Fuel stress is there. Hike in the price of food items stress is there. You talk about what again? A lot of stress. Electricity. So talking about electricity, I don't know if our state is taking advantage of the Electricity Act 2023, okay, and then start something. The gas turbine belonging to us, the Transamadi gas turbine, the Omoku gas turbine, what's going on? Is it still working? Have they been sold? What's going on with those gas turbines? Are they still working? Are they still generating? How many megawatts are they generating? I heard a particular clergy said that in their church they generate about 10 megawatts, but it is about less than 5 megawatts, and power hardly go out. It's a big church in Nigeria. I won't call the name. That's why I was saying, if these churches can, generate power for themselves, Why is it that it's difficult for a state that has all the money to generate power? Why? These are institutions on their own. It's just like, for instance, Uniport decides to generate hers. Uniport can generate their power within themselves. Yes, they can generate it. And I think that's what institutions should start looking at. Educational institutions, like the tertiary institutions. UST can generate their own power. But UST will even need less than 5 megawatts now. They can generate their own power. So even all our VCs, when they take office, when they ascend the throne, what do they think of? Is it to increase school fee? Can they think of doing this noble project? Generate power. You can even sell to neighboring communities, right? The schools can generate their own power now, isn't it? And sell to neighboring communities and generate money. It's not just when you get there, Senate will do meeting, the next thing they will increase school fee. Is that the only way to generate money? You can generate your own power. If a church can be generating 10 megawatts and they need just less than 5 to power the whole system, a church, why is it that institutions like educational institutions, where they claim to be teaching science and technology, they can't generate their own power? Why? Whether it's solar, whether it's gas, whichever way, generate your own power. Spend money in that area so you can have uninterrupted power supply. For instance, UPTH is supposed to be using, their own power. So anytime we're building, institutions of that nature, we should think of how we can domicile a power plant there. So the institution should be able to generate its own power. Do you know that they can use physics? That's what you call poo-poo. They can use it to generate power. Even waste, you can use waste to generate power. So why are we not exploring all these means of power generation? And a big monument will be built. They will be waiting on NEPA. They will connect to NEPA. No. You should think of building a power generating plant there to supply power to the system. So UPTH should be able to generate its own power. Or if Uniport is generating, they can sell to UPTH. So you have uninterrupted power supply. So that when you're doing operation, light will not go off and then somebody dies. That's how we should be thinking. Universities, VCs should start thinking along that line. Generate your own power. Then if you have excess, you can sell to neighboring communities. Like the USC can generate, sell to Rumokoku, sell to Mile 3, sell to those areas. And you make more money, whereas you have 24 hours electricity. Let's go for this short break. We'll be right back for Area Talk. Stay with us.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
All right, good day, everyone. We have a representative from Endlex Properties and Development Limited, and Mavis joins me here in the studio today. Mavis, you're welcome.
Good day, everyone. I am Mavis Gold, a representative from Endlex Properties and Development Limited. It's our Easter promo. We are given a 20% slash price on all our estates. Yes, my office is located at number 49 Old Aba Road, Rumobiakani, Rumomasi in Port Harcourt. We have our Camp David estate that is selling for 700,000 naira promo price. It is along the Igrita Road. And we have our Golden Estate, Igritali by Port Road, selling for 1.5 million naira promo price. An amazing estate. Buy it to build, buy it to keep. It's close to the Port Harcourt International Airport. And then we have our Princess Garden Estate in Eneka. Thinking of chilling with the big boys? You can buy our Princess Garden Estate in Eneka, selling for 4.5 million naira promo price. This estate is a 5 minutes drive from the State Primary School in Eneka, and it's also along the St. Silas Anglican Church in Eneka. And we have our Golden Estate Omagwa, selling for 2.5 million naira promo price. It is opposite the Salvation Ministries University, beside the Dangote Company, close to the Naval Intelligence College. And we have our Dubai in Port Harcourt, our Royal Estate Alingbu. It's a 1-minute drive from the Rumokrushi roundabout, Port Harcourt Aba Expressway. And we have our Golden Estate Army Range in Eneka, selling for 5 million naira promo price. It's a 1-minute drive from the Charles Day School and a 1-minute drive to the major police checking point. And And we have our fantastic estate, our Bethel Estate, Igboeche, by Army Range, selling for 3.5 million naira. It's a 1-minute drive from the community primary school in Igboeche and a 3 minutes drive from the St. Matthew Anglican Church, Igboeche. Yes, and we have our Bethel Estate Airport Road in Abara, selling for 1.4 million naira. Now, this estate is opposite the River State University campus extension. To buy any of this estate, call me on my number. Call me on 090-674 35470 090-674 35470, or you can call my general manager on his number 080-378-98547 080-378-98547, or you can call our customer care on 081-3576-1259 081-3576-1259. Buy a land property with us and come for inspection on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and on Saturdays. You can check us on Facebook and on IG. All you need to type is NLEX Properties. On our website, type www.nlexgroup.com. NLEX is spelled ENDLEX, X as in xylophone. All our estates are on a tableland. When you buy a land property with us, be sure to get your land documents, and this contains your payment of receipts, your land allocation letter, a registered survey plan, and also your deed of conveyance. All our estates are on a tableland. Our property has commercial area where you can do business. Visit our office at number 49 Old Aba Road, Rumobiakani, Rumomasi in Port Harcourt, or you can call me on 090-674 35470, or you can call my general manager on 080-378-98547. It's a Easter promo. Grab this offer now.
All right, thank you so much, Mavis, for sharing with us what you do at Endless Properties and Development Limited. We hope that you get to have the prospects that you have in view. Thank you, listeners, and that's where we wrap it up today.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Turn the dial and turn up the thrill. We are not in the same league. We are rewriting the rules. Here on Today 95.1 FM.
We talk, you listen.
Have you ever been in a situation where you had to pay a fine for an indictment? Then you later found out that there was an already established law to protect you from that penalty. Have you ever been denied a position because of your gender or disability? Have you ever been discriminated, treated unfairly, assaulted, or cheated by your landlord, employer, tax collectors, bank, family, business partners, and the police? What if the breach between you and justice is just the right knowledge? I'm sure you've heard that knowledge is power. Join us every Saturday, 10 to 10:30 a.m. on Today 95.1 FM for the program The Law Today, to get acquainted with your legal rights and beneficial interests as a citizen of Nigeria. The Law Today, 10 to 10:30 a.m. every Saturday, is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. It's been an exciting week. It's been an awesome week. And just in case you missed out on our big stories this week, we got you covered. Rewind comes up every Saturday, 6:30 a.m. And here you get your total rundown of all the big stories and trends for the week in River State. And this is brought to you by your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. Rewind, 6:30 a.m. every Saturday. Don't miss it.
Plantation style.
Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Now this guy, come on, come on.
Like try. One bro. Every people. This is how we do.
Are you ready?
Everybody dance. Everybody dance.
Are you ready to party all night long? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
There is a bedroom at my bing tonight. Baby, bring your body if the mood is right. Make we do the dance with them, the dance today. Are you ready, baby? So put on your dancing shoes. Won't make nobody try to tell you what thing you go to. Cause we got some plantation flavor for you.
Baby, bring your body if you really wanna party. You want it like I want it, there's no doubt about it. But thank God it's Friday and it's a day of play. So bust up, bring your ladies in for bar in a bikini. You can come with pick up a B2, but I'm gonna be Mercedes. And do you wanna rock steady? And tell me, do you wanna play?
Are you ready?
Everybody dance.
Rock steady.
Everybody dance.
Are you ready? Party all night long. Tell me, are you ready? Are you ready? Rock steady. Rock steady. Are you ready to party all night long? Tell me, come with your baby to the bed tonight. Some people that bring a girlie and them end up want to fight. Tell me why this type of thing that happen today.
Somebody,
are you ready? The music will be jamming loud as the fellas and the ladies move from side to side. Let's make this one a special holiday. Yeah, yeah.
Throw up your hand if you.
Hello. Welcome to a new dawn. Full of dreams. Full of visions. Full of possibilities and full of life. Let's start your day with Today 95.1 FM. The voice of the people.
Hey, baby, it's your baby. That way you did, they make me dead happy. I'm falling for you long time, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in love and I'm baby, my luck back will, my loss are far away. They no get joy. I will be loving. I see nothing bigger than you, baby. Don't you leave me, I'm in love and I'm you're in my phone, all I
Welcome to Area Talk on your premium talk radio today, 95.1 FM. I played Adekule Gold and what's his name again? Case Daniel. Yeah, Jore. Whatever that means, now you sabi. All right. Now, before we go into the main topic of discuss, I'm going to use this analogy. All right, I'm going to use this analogy. One of the reasons why we have issues in Nigeria is because we've not had a leader who's been able to identify our differences, identify our talents. When I mean talents, I'm talking about the regions now. I'm talking about the, in Nigeria, you have the three major tribes, Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. But apart from that, you have other ethnic groups, right? Different regions have different talents. They have what they can bring to the table. If a man has six children representing the 6 geopolitical zones, that man must learn and be able to acquire wisdom. If you don't have wisdom, you ask. If you don't have wisdom, you ask. Some people don't have wisdom. And wisdom is not bought in the market. Some people behave so foolish. Sometimes you see them, they call themselves leaders. That's the most painful part. When a foolish person is put in a position, he will mess up that position. And that's one of the problems we're having in Nigeria. Some people who are either selected by hook or crook into positions, either by appointment or by election. If a foolish person occupies a position, the person will mess up that position. That is a basic truth. There are no two ways about it. Because a leader must be able to see far. A leader must have high level of wisdom, far above the level of wisdom that his followers have. No blind man or one-eyed man can lead. If, for instance, someone is blind and is leading people with 2 eyes, where do you think he will lead them to? Into a ditch. But someone with 2 eyes who can see can lead people who are blind with one of the eyes, or even people who are totally blind. He will be able to show them direction. That's how leadership is. So we've not had that leader who will be able to galvanize all the talents that we have. Leadership is not position. Leadership is not to oppress people. That's not leadership. What we see, and they call some people, our leader, is laughable. That's what you see in Africa. Brutes are called leaders. People who don't know their left from their right are called leaders. And people hail them. That's the truth, including the followers. They hail them that these people are leaders. Sometimes you just sit back and all you do is just laugh. Because the person doesn't even know his left from his right. The way they talk, the way they behave, the way they dispense justice, everything about them is awkward, negative, but they say they are leaders. That is the situation in Nigeria. So we don't have that person yet who will be able to galvanize. There is no problem with the Idoma man. There's no problem with the Yoruba man. There's no problem with the Hausa man or Fulani man. There's no problem with the Kalabari man. There's no problem with the Shekri man. Ogoni man does not have any problem. The Benue man does not have any problem. Okay, let me ask you. How come when you want to marry as a guy, you fall in love with an Idoma girl, you don't care where she's from, you marry her? You are from the West, you fall in love with an Okrika girl from the South. Why were you not scared that militants will kill you? But because you're in love with her, you marry her. Or because you're in love with him, you came here for service. You are from Taraba. You came to River State for service. You saw an Ikwere man, an Ikwere guy. You fell in love with him. And then he proposes and you marry, and then we'll pay transport from here. We'll hire buses. We'll go to Taraba State to go and pay bride price and then bring you back. You even start learning Ikwere language. You start cooking miniwiri. Is that not so? Why? Love. But when it comes to politics, leadership, they say, oh, this one is from here. This one is from here. This one is from here. When Nigeria was playing the 2023 Past Nations Cup, everybody wanted the Super Eagles to win. True or false? Irrespective of who scored or who didn't score, all we wanted was, let's win. Somebody was asking, when they win this cup and then they come back home, will they give you 1 naira? Nobody cared about that. With that joy that your country was the one who won the cup was enough. The day we won the semi-finals, we were here, all of us. Just imagine the joy. Do you know, we were going back home. Some people finished their show, finished their duties, stayed to watch the match. When we were done, they were going back, to a far place, so we had to walk some people down to their houses before we escorted others to their houses. You can imagine the joy, unity. But you will allow these politicians to break you, to divide you. This one will say, oh, is this one that is causing our problem? Oh, is this person that is causing? We don't have any problem. We only have leadership problem. We don't have someone we've not had someone who will be able to come and galvanize us. There are talented people in every tribe. There are competent people in every tribe, in every religion. We just need a leader. If a father starts having favorite children, he will cause problem for himself. I can tell you that family is a time bomb waiting to explode. If you now prefer your last born, your firstborn, and then the middle one, then the other ones, you think they are fools. No, you will cause problem for yourself. That's what is happening in Nigeria. A leader is finding this person as... So you see, when they want to do recruitment, 60-70% will come from a particular area. You will cause problem. There are no two ways about it. It's not grammar. You will just cause problem. Human beings are created they want to be included. They want to be carried along in the scheme of things. And do you know, if they look at the employment list and it captures everybody, do you know, even the people who didn't get it will not complain. They will be satisfied that, okay, yes, it went round, even though they were not qualified, or even though they didn't get it, even though they were qualified and they didn't get it. Once they look at the list, 100 names, okay, Chinoye is here, Ikechi is here, Barinada is here, Fobara is here. For instance, if it's in River State, you're doing employment now, and it captures all the local government, everybody is there. Even the ones who didn't get it in their own LGs won't get angry. They would have looked at the list and say, okay, yes, indeed, this is what you call federal character. So we need a leader that will be able to carry everybody along. And that leader must be detribalized. That leader must have high level of wisdom to be able to carry everybody along, push everybody. Yes, it might not be 100%. No, we are not looking for 100%. Because you are not God, but at least to a large extent. That's it for the intro. Let's now look at the main issue of discourse. Every government project, be it road, infrastructure basically, is done with the people's money. So it must be accounted for. Every project that is being built with the people's money, the people must end up using those facilities. The reason why the model primary school, the reason why they call it Amechi School is just, a slogan. Not that it is Amechi that owns it. It is my money, it is your money. They name, even like the cardiovascular center, they named it after, prominent, but it is public money. Every facility of government, maybe if you don't know, when they say government is you, that's why the governor will stay there for 8 years at most. He will leave. Whether he likes it or not, you must leave. Because it's not your father's house. You must leave. A governor, 4 years, 8 years, he must leave. Or she must leave. Because it's not your father's house. It's only your father's house that you can choose to stay for life. If God gives you 100 days, 120 days, live there. Nobody will quarrel you. It's only your family members that will be quarreling you. But every facility built is built with taxpayers' money. It's built with money from oil and gas. The oil and gas is owned by the people. Even though for a very long time, the people haven't really enjoyed the oil and gas money the way they are supposed to enjoy it. Because, like I said, I talked about leadership. We have not had leaders who will know that whatever they are doing, it should be for the people. Everything, every thought in their heart should be for the people. They feel because they have powers, they can, and the people are, for now, blinded. The people hasn't really gotten that much education. So people still celebrate things that are normal. For instance, I was having a conversation with someone and, he's sending me things from Abia State. And I said, these are normal things. The issue is that the man who left was not doing it. So the man who has come to do it now is looking at like a messiah, as if he's doing one new thing. In some few African countries around us, let's not even go to Europe. Because if you're going to Europe, it's like you're going to heaven. Few African countries around us, they don't talk about these things. But the giant of Africa is still celebrating a government clean road. They are celebrating a government will clean gutter. People will celebrate. Government will do 2 kilometers, put street light. People will be, they'll be celebrating. It's quite unfortunate, very, very unfortunate that people are celebrating just because some people were in, those positions and they failed to do those basic things. That is their job. Oh. It is their job. Just like I'm doing my job now. But they didn't do it, and nobody questioned them. The Nigerian society, people just move on and say, hey, we are waiting for, after 8 years, he will leave. That's the Nigerian slogan. So every facility built is built with the people's money. When a facility is built, the reason why you build a facility is because people should use it. If as a father, you build a house and you are still living in a rented apartment, it is either two things. One, maybe the place has not developed enough, so you rented the house out, and then you use that rent to pay for the rented apartment you're occupying presently. If not, your children will be worrying you. Daddy, what is going on now? Let's pack to our own house now. Our own house is finer than this one now. You can't build a house, then you now lock it. You won't put it to use. Your children will be bothered. Sometimes they will even be thinking, by the corner. You just say, this one that daddy just finished building the house and then he locked it. Are you sure something is not wrong somewhere? Don't allow me to say what you want to hear. You know what I'm about to say, but I won't say it on radio. So, Rivers people, for every facility built, roads built, hospitals built, once you're done building it, it is expected that equipment will be installed, human resource will be employed to man those equipment, and people will start trooping in to use that facility. Now I heard they're about, giving the Mile 1 market shops to the original owners, according to a ledger they have, whichever way they want to do that. That facility was built in the last administration. I don't also know, I'm not sure, if the Mother and Child Hospital is in use, if they've opened it, if they've started using it. That facility was built, like the name implies, Mother and Child. There are 2 major people that are vulnerable within our society, or 3 major people: mothers, children, and older people. And that's why if you go to those climes where they do things correctly, they don't joke with children. That's why Ikoremadu is in jail. You know the details. Over there, they don't joke with children. Even your own child. You know, you came from Africa where you used to knock your children. They were knocking your own head. So you went to Europe and then you gave birth and your child misbehaved. And you feel you can just knock his head. And he calls the police. They will arrest you. In fact, government will come and carry the child from you that you're unable to take care of the child. They have a society they have built for themselves that way. Even though sometimes they go the extra mile, because that doesn't mean one should not, discipline his or her child. You know, they have extremes to those laws. Mothers are very important. If the mother and child hospital was put to use, you would have been shocked how many women, pregnant women, and of course children, that would have been trooping into that hospital. I don't know why they finished building it and it was under lock and key. Is it that you don't want the people to benefit from their own resources? We're even supposed to have such hospitals in every local government, and heaven will not fall, because people must get pregnant every day. Poor, rich, middle class, it is a normal thing. In fact, that's a commandment God gave. Go ye into the world and multiply. Bricklayer will impregnate his wife. CEO will impregnate his wife. That's why I used to tell people, all of us were all equal. Forget about this status thing. We're all equal. I don't know if that hospital is being put to use. I've mentioned the Mile 1 Market. Then the cardiovascular center that is, under questioning, where the River Civil Society is asking Governor Sim Fubara, even though he wasn't the one who built it, and the Commissioner for Health, to explain to Rivers people the state of the Dr. Peter Odili Cancer and Cardiovascular Hospital. When that project was being inaugurated, a lot of talk here and there. Oh, will the poor people benefit? This, that. The truth of the matter, with the little I know, the truth of the matter is a cancer and cardiovascular hospital. In the Niger Delta, of course, people have issues of this nature because of oil exploration. But if that hospital was to be operating on a normal day as a private system, you have a consultant that's probably taking care of it, poor man would not be able to afford it. Let's not, except though there's some form of subsidy. Even at that, cancer issue and cardiovascular issue are not be here. In the villages, people are dying from this particular, and they will say it's village people that is killing them. No. In all those oil-bearing communities, people are having these issues. If eventually someone decides to go for treatment and you are a poor man or just average, you might not be able to afford it, except probably people want to raise cash for you. That's just by the way. What was the purpose of building that particular center without putting it to use in the first place? How many months down the line? Each time I pass there, you just see lights. Nobody's going in, nobody's coming out. Now, I don't want to go into whatever profit sharing allegation that is being put forward by the RIFSCO. That's not the topic of our discourse. But I'm looking at public facility. Why is it that we use people's money? Some of you have meetings you belong to, right? You do contributions. And you decide to use the money to build what all of us that we are in the meeting will use. And then the next thing, chairman will go and lock it up. There will be a problem now. The money is not chairman's money. The money belongs to all of us. If we decide to build a town hall, it means we want to use that town hall to be holding our meetings. If the chairman decides to now lock the place, Casalago boss, there will be a problem. Because the money is not your personal money. The money is our money. If you use your personal money, you say you wanted to donate, and you built it and you locked it, people will say, oh, you don't lock it. I carry this thing go now. People will just jettison it. They will just say, oh. So what was the essence of the in quote that you are donating? You didn't donate anything now. But if it is our collective money we've contributed and we decided to use it, that's how it is. Government money is contribution money. Because what the governor receives from FAC, 13%, IGR, is not his father's money. I'll keep on saying this over and over and over again. Unfortunately, within Nigerian setting of democracy, governors think that monies that come into the coffers is their, inheritance. And that's why people in the rural areas will be crying that they don't have common primary health care center, and the governor will pretend as if he doesn't have ears. Then the next thing, people will say, oh, hold the local government. The local government chairman and the governors, are they not working in pari passu? So you see governors behave as if or as though the money that is coming in is their father's money. And the people are not educated enough to know that the money that comes into the state is not the governor's money. I heard a commissioner said we should be grateful that governor was giving free education. I was like, anyway, the commissioner knew who he was talking with, because you can't say that on my show now. It is my right, Oga. Which grateful? It is my right. You give me free education, you say I should be grateful. Grateful for what? With my own money? The money you're using to pay subventions in primary, secondary schools and all that, it's my personal, it's my money. It's my neighbor's money, in as much as the person is a Rivers person. It's my money. You say I should be grateful. Grateful for what? So the people are not educated. They don't know. And that's why a government official will say that. So you hear, I built. That's what you hear. You say, I built 10 hospitals. I built. Excuse me? Is it your father's money? However, the people don't even know. That's where, in fact, the problem is not even with the politicians. The major problem is with the people. The day Nigerians, the day Rivers people know they are right, all this nonsense will stop. It will stop. So a politician will come to the village and everybody will come out. He came to commission borehole. Borehole. And sometimes they even build the borehole and the borehole will not be put to use. Sometimes they build gigantic project, even though nobody sent them to build it. They just stayed. The next thing, bam, want to build what they call it, monorail, want to build ring road, want to build this, want to build that. And the next thing is they will expedite action. They'll start building. Contractor will come. I now ask, if these big projects swiftly decided, building it like this, that means in 60 days, we can build primary healthcare centers in all the local governments and renovate all. Because people are looking for work to do now. Is it medicine people you're looking for? Is it electricians? They are everywhere. They are hanging all over the street. Is it plumbers that you're looking for? They're everywhere. So what stops them from also expediting action in building these other projects that will benefit the people directly, one-on-one, especially the local people? But the big ones, even when they build it, put it to use, problem. Now my question is, who should we hold responsible? For instance, you look at the cardiovascular center. Is it that they want to convert it? Now, even if they want to convert to something else, you must inform the people, because it's not your money. You must inform the people that, it's no more cardiovascular and cancer center. We now want to convert it to a gynecological hospital where women will be giving birth. Okay. So we are buying equipment, gynecological equipment. We are going to employ gynecologists, people who are into fertility and gynecological issues, right? You must explain to the people. Who should we hold responsible for projects that are built with taxpayers' money, with your money, and are not put to use? Some of them, they will use them, they won't maintain it. I saw a picture of the, what's the name of this stadium now? Adokia Miesimaka Stadium. I saw grasses, I saw everywhere looking. I say, is this how this stadium looks like? When the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium, the one in Akwa Ibom, the Super Eagles, they always want to go there to play, their games. I say, are you kidding me? This stadium that was built during the Ruti Amechi's administration, I remember the sports festival. I worked during the sports festival. I was transversing Yakubu Gowon Stadium and the Amir Simaka Stadium. Is this how this place looks like? I said, my God, a place that was built with public fund. Is this how we waste in Nigeria? So we can't maintain this place, and if possible, hand it over to a private, of course, that place is supposed to have all the sporting, whatever, boxing, name it. So if you have a private hand managing it, people can go in there for training and they'll pay, right? You can stay there and groom young ones also. Why do we use public money to build public property and we don't use it, or we don't even maintain it, or we don't put things in motion for the maintenance of that property? Build a house, your private house, lock it up, go there after 2 years, if that house will remain the same. Do you know the money you will use in renovating that house will be like almost 50% of the money you used in building that house? Because there's no human contact, no warmth, you have locked it for 1 year, 2 years. You will use close to 50% of the money you use in building that house to renovate it. And then if you renovate it and you fail to use it, it's the same thing, the same process. So, who should we hold responsible when public funds are used to build public properties, and these properties are supposed to be used by the public? Whether people will be able to afford, cancer treatment. Cancer treatment is not beans, so it's not malaria and typhoid. It's not even my wife born, then do CS. I go borrow money, pay. No, it's not my wife don't born. No, hey, man, help me. Hey, Mama Nkechi, where your husband? Maybe find me 50,000. It's not. No, cancer treatment is on another level. So whether the people will be able to afford it or not, why has that place not been put to use? The Malwan market, that one is even market. Why? Then the mother and child hospital, I was so excited when they were building that place. I was like, oh, finally, at least in the city, women will have a place where they can give birth, go for antenatal, children can go receive. That's what governance is all about. Governance is not all this noise that some politicians are making, even though some of you are supporting them. It's not all this noise. Governance is taking care of the people. But has that place been put to use? If you've gone there and it's been put to use, please let me know. But let's talk about this issue. 0817 0000951. 0810 9510951. Please do well to send in your messages to 0701 9339 962. Send in your messages. Who should be held responsible? Yes, good to have you. Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I don't tell you before, say, one day, all these people way to talk, they call them, then for who you will come price you, say, make me talk on behalf of the masses again. and this we refuse, they will tag you as terrorists. Well, my brother, God security go guide you. They try well. Well, at the here, this matter is imagine even the masses they are talking about self, they are fought also because when those people come out, they share half a cup of rice for them, they collect. They are right when they collect too. So my brother, just for us to God help us to have the good one, to put eye and then know the right person, good for us. Only if you can understand that, just otherwise, my brother, nobody will not be at fault. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, my brother.
Yes,
oh, Master, sorry, Master.
Welcome, sir, go ahead.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
No problem, go ahead.
Happy New Month.
I wish you same.
Thank you. Master, you say something that touched me a lot. I've been listening to you since you started this program. But the moment you mention stadium, Amaka Stadium, it touched me. Why? Because I witnessed what transpired when former Governor Nyesom Wike was campaigning, and he wanted to use that very place as his own campaign flag up when he was contesting for governorship in Rivers State. Rotimi Ameki, the contractor, said that place is under construction. Do you know what they did? They went and hired clay bulldozer that will jack everything workable, every construction material that was inside of stadium, and take away. And unknown persons took them away. In fact, it was a free gift. And I expected that the moment he came to power, because I remember what President Goodluck Jonathan said, that Lamani Sambo is an architect that the stadium is not up to standard. They should demolish everywhere and build it again. But 8 years, we cannot build that stadium. It's very unfortunate. Thank you. God bless you. You have done your job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, good to have you.
Maxwell, good evening.
Yes, Muriel, go ahead.
Thank you, Maxwell. That's a Krika woman on the line.
Go ahead.
See, Maxwell, it is so unfortunate that it is the worst of us that governs the best of us. Nigerians, we have wonderfully intelligent men and women. But this is unfortunate. Now, Maxwell, did you know that when these are government officials, they carry out projects, it is so, in fact, the most painful part of it is that the kind of money they appropriate, that they tell us that they appropriate to this project, are so humongous that it's even 100 times more than the actual cost. Did you know that there is a solar light that the federal government is doing around the states? It's in my area now. Master, do you know that in the budget, that solar light, the money they appropriated for one of those solar lights is up to 110 million.
For one solar light?
Yes, Maxwell, more than 100 million.
Yeah. Is it the one that is built by Eric Moss?
Yes, this blue solar.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. As in the solar light, is it the one built by, I said Eric Moss because of this guy. Is it Elon Musk that is building it?
Do you know that the actual cost of one of those solar lights is not up to 500,000, up to 450 or thereabouts? Do you see? That's why you see that when these people come on, they take on the board of civil engineers. They just want to do projects because they know that is the cash cow. That is the easy way to collect money. Maxwell, River State wasted a lot of money on that. Do you know that monorail that is there? Do you know how much River State wasted? Do you know the actual cost of that monorail is almost 100%? More than the amount they are telling us. This is what is happening. Now, Maxwell, go to the cardiovascular hospital. I say on no account should government change that hospital to something else. It should be a government cancer treatment center for the people. We have none. Maxwell, I had an encounter. I went with my daughter. She had this ear. This I don't know what she put in her ear. So I went to ENT, ear nose and throat center in UPTH. We were sitting looking for our turn. A girl came out. A young girl. She should be in her late 20s or early 30s, and she started crying. And she called her friend and started saying that the doctor has checked it and he said it's cancer. If you look at her, it's in her ear. She said that thing that she has been talking about in her ear, that the doctor said is cancer. They asked her to go and do that. She brought her and she was crying profusely. She said, where I go start? Where would I get money? I almost cried. People are just looking at this. Look, Maxwell, this is Niger Delta, Maxwell. The government of Rivers State cannot tell me that you cannot afford to get us a treatment to take care of the poor. We cannot access private cancer treatment centers. It is almost impossible, even for the rich class to access it. Not to talk of the poor, and the poor is so much in the Niger Delta. In Niger Delta, is said that we have oil, crude oil. I keep asking, and nobody has given me any answer. That the crude oil we have in this state is it the same crude oil that Qatar and some parts of the world they have, and they are living so large? Is it the same or are they different? Then you tell me that the government want to change it. They shouldn't change it. They should so that people can say, at least let there be one step for cancer treatment. Do you know what people are going through? Do you know that the pure water, fake minerals, so many fake things, nobody is checking it, and yet you don't have any hope of accessing medical treatment when this cancer is right. It is the job of the government to even check medicine. The cancer is on now that nobody is checking anything. You come up with this program, you have hope, you're hopeless. I say on no account should get changed. It should be a government cancer treatment center for the poor.
Thank you. Government Cancer Treatment Center for the Poor. Anyway, I wouldn't want to go into details. Good evening, Lucky Maxwell. I always enjoy your program. You just remind me of Amesi Maka Stadium here in Port Harcourt. Mr. Maxwell, could you believe that during the Holy Ghost rally of Redeemed Church service in that center last year, oh my goodness, I wept. Even a mad person can never make use of the toilet. Sam, apart from Rumokroshi Pipeline. Thank you, Sam. Hello, Maxwell. Added to the Malwa Market and Mother and Child Hospital are ROTC and Obibo cassava plant. The government should be held responsible. The last administration took it to a new level. I think the last administration lacked a sense of business management, or they deliberately decided not to empower the people. The head of the last administration built his house and opened it, yet closed public infrastructure. The worst part is that the long hand of the last administration is still causing unrest in the state. I plead with the media to stop airing congratulatory messages to governors and local government chairmen for doing what they are supposed to do. It encourages them to believe that state funds are their personal funds. Sajo, thank you. We should stop. There's a particular radio station in US. A friend of mine who traveled, government actually sent him, who traveled. He said that radio station particularly is funded by the public and not by government. But it's owned by government too. But the public funds it. The public said that particular area, they said they will be funding the radio station. That they don't want government, that if government funds it, government will determine what they say. That's why some of you should be happy that we now have private radio stations scattered. When it was only government, somebody said there's a particular station when they are fighting and war is ongoing somewhere, they will be teaching you how to plant cassava. I won't call the station. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Yes, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Maxwell, good evening.
Yes, Eto, go ahead.
Thank you, brother. Maxwell, I want to beg the government, all the 9 state governments of the Niger Delta. Please, we have what it takes for us to go school free from primary one, from basic to the tertiary institutions. We have all it takes. But why these people continuously suffering us to the extent that I want to also ask, all this money you have been packing and setting up another government to be packing this money for you, what are you going to use it for? Are you, when you die, will they put this money on the grave for you? And you are holding people ransom because of money. I want to let you know that the indigenous of River State, they have all it takes, irrespective of any tribe you're from, for you to go school from primary to university free.
So these are the facilities that are abandoned, built and locked up. Who should be held responsible?
My brother, government should be held responsible. Okay, like these are okay, Messimaka. If government want to do something right, they will do it. Check it at the tent of that goes to you are talking about. Yesterday, are you aware that anytime Rivers United want to play football, have a Champions League or Confederation Cup, they are paying 10 million naira for each match at the government of
I know it's not free. They are paying. It's not free.
In fact, as I'm talking, 10 million for proceeding any match. So telling me that you cannot even maintain this stadium to the extent that when they bring CAF that time to come to the stadium, they reject it. CAF rejected it. That is not up to standard. So what I'm saying is that government should be held. They know, but they just push us to the extent that we cannot hold them responsible. We cannot question them. We cannot do anything for them.
Thank you.
I want to beg them. They will never bury them with money. They should consider us and help us.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Maxwell.
Yes, good to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm calling you from
please.
Yes. Maxwell, many people have, I wouldn't say, been shying away from your question. But I want to go straight to it. You see, whatever that happens today, my brother, we gave room. We, the what do they call it? We, the people, gave room. We created room for it. I said this in your programs of many years ago. We, the people, we are divided. When some people will, like this present governor now, I am not saying that governor is not good. But the kind of song some people have been singing about him is greater than the work he is doing now. We will not allow him to do something. We begin to sing. In the end, when he was not able to do anything, we will not be able to talk again. Let me tell you, Maxwell, all these elected leaders who are doing, when they build, they lock it. They build, they lock it. Do we not know where they are from? Do we not know their compounds, where they have come from? If we assemble ourselves as the people, even though they have whether they have a military fighter or whatever they call them in their houses, I am saying let them kill all of us. When we go there, not in violence, when we marshal ourselves out and go there and demand that social facility is made open to the public. If we besiege that compound for 2 days, my brother, our voice will be heard. But we shy away, we run away from responsibilities. We don't I don't want it to be me. Right. I don't want them to see me. We are not doing good to ourselves as well. We should demand for what is for us, what is due for us.
Right.
We should demand for it. And not just keep quiet. Nobody will do it for us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Master.
Yes, good to have you. Go ahead.
My name is Eda Congress Samson.
Yes,
I'm
please.
calling from Ogali in Element local government.
Go ahead.
Master, lack of continuity in governance is the cause of all of this, and government is to be blamed. I will tell you there are low-cost houses scattered everywhere.
Yes, I know that there are some, I think, at Irebe or so.
Both in Element here, the one they call Element Newtown, is also owned by government.
And some people don't have houses over their head.
Billions, I'm talking about billions were invested in that very project. Taxpayers' money. But what happened? It's lying down like that.
I think there's another one at Sakpenwa. I'm not sure if they are using all.
Yes.
Those houses there.
There's one at Sakpenwa. The police are using part of them.
They are just using small now. Those houses are too much now. They are too plenty.
Yes. They are just all there. Lack of continuity in governance. Right now, the money they use when they want to, if you award contract, then for commissioning, what they spend in commissioning is more than what they use in the contract. You can imagine. For instance, you use 50 million to build a particular project. But when you want to commission that project, you are using 150 million naira. Because you want to bring people from the north, you want to bring from the west, you want to bring government functionaries, you want to bring all the dancers and what have you. A commissioning of maybe something of just 30 million, 20 million, and you are spending over 100 and something billion. And that is the problem we are having. And they call it signature job. What about the other one that is left for you? Is it not signature of a project? The one that you inherited, are they not signature project? They abandon there and they go for the one they will also leave abandoned also. And that is what we are suffering, and all of them are taxpayers' money.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm even asking, thank God you brought that up. Those houses, those low-cost houses at Sakpenwa, I think that was built by the Odele administration. There are some at Irebe. Those, I think he mentioned there's some at Eleme. Who will live inside? Some people don't have roof over their head. Yeah. Oh, so sorry. Call back if you can. Sometimes you go, someone did a video and was showing a particular estate, houses, duplexo houses. Those ones they were built in Abuja in a particular area. There's nobody inside. You see grasses everywhere. The man was driving around. He said, see our money. See our money. Look at the man was saying, God, see our money. What is wrong with our leaders? See money. See our money. And people are sleeping under the bridge. Just carry it. Okay, give it to random people. Give them document. Let them go and live there. Random poor people. Even if you don't want to give it to random poor people. 0810-951-0951 and 0817-0000-951. Who should we hold responsible for all this abandoned project? You build a particular project infrastructure and then you lock it, or you just abandon it instead of giving it out for people to use. The Mile 1 market was built. Allow the market people now go back and sell. No way. They said there was a court case. Can't you resolve these issues? As a state government, as a father, can't you resolve these issues? The cancer center is there. There are, just thank God you reminded me, those low-cost houses that are scattered. I think that's one of the things Governor Simfura should do. Give them to people. Look for a way. Check the books. Of course, he's been in the system for a very long time, so he should know what is wrong somewhere and then fix it. Yes, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good to have you, sir. Go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Stephen Ido.
Yes, please.
You see, the truth of the matter is that a River State government, none of them want to push the other person. They are hiding away from to push the other government. If not, you see all these things that they are doing now, it's just a mere drama. They don't want to prove themselves. They don't want to investigate themselves how they are using River State money. See all these things that they are saying that they are going there, they are having crisis or within themselves.
No, we're not even looking at. Oh, sorry. Please call back if you can. Your line went up. We're not even looking at anyone investigating anybody because that might take us a whole lot of time. Okay, let me give you an instance. This is a Mile 1 market. How many shops? Look for a way, give it out, let people start using it. This is Mother and Child Hospital. Who is supposed to manage it? Are you putting it under the Ministry of Health? Would they be able to manage it? Are you bringing in a consultant, a private firm that will manage it? How will the costing be? You must make it affordable as possible. You know, like I think there's what do you call a cottage hospital. You know, I think that's between Shell and the state government. They have counterpart fund. Is that what you want to arrange? Women should go there, do antenatal, deliver. Children should be going there to receive treatment. Let it be in use. You check all the houses built by past administration, low-cost houses. How do we distribute it? Put it in, what do you call it? How do they even do it? I think there's this competition they do, and then they'll put something inside a basket, shake it. People will pick. Anybody who picks, but the poor people, anybody who picks, give them the houses, right? Instead of bushes will be growing, reptile taking over those houses. Good evening. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, we say in Nigeria we have about 29.9 million housing deficit. So what is the use? Now, when you build a house, local government and you put it under local for years, that time I will inhabit the whole place, snakes, dogs, cows, and all the rest. You'll be living there. I mean, what does it make sense out of myself? I just don't understand. And now, let's come back to whether government is to blame. Of course, government is to blame. Government is at the center of it all. The government is the pilot, the driver of the economy. So, government should be blamed solely. I think the reason why people will be crying like you said it here. You commission a project, a little project you gather the whole people in Nigeria every year. Governors, ex-ministers, this and that will come and or experts will come and commission just a kilometer of road. I mean, do they know? They don't realize that people outsiders are looking at them. Outsiders are biased. I mean, in the Western world, just looking at them and they're laughing. Just seriously laughing us to scorn. This is sometimes I see it as a sheer wickedness anyway. As a sheer wickedness. Because why would you be okay, now look at the cancer at the vascular sector. Any father will say 97% of the money there has been taken away. It's only 10%.
That's still within the realm of allegations, too.
Pardon?
That's still within the realms of allegation. Although anything is possible in Nigeria, but it's still within the realm of allegation.
Let's say 20%. It's used here. Let's say 20%, which means that structure, 5 of that structure to be given that money.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you.
So,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, that's much we can take on this segment. We'll go for a short break and then we come back for your eyewitness report. Some of you are asking questions. Why is it that we don't have hospital in our place? Why is it that we don't have common borehole in our place? We don't have potable water. Yet we have heard of billions upon billions upon billions that keeps on coming in. Monthly, not yearly, monthly. Feel free to pour in those messages. What are those structures within your place that you want the government to attend to? What are those things you are seeing that you feel needs to be addressed immediately, short-term basis, long-term, whichever way? Send those messages to 0701-9339-962. What are your eyewitness reports? Please pour them in. I'll be here to read them out. All right? And the government must listen. Good evening. I'll be right back.
Tune in for a journey beyond the ordinary.
Fasten your seatbelts.
We're not just a station. We are the station. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
I wanna be in your life until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. It's been a hell of a ride, but every single moment you were there by my side. Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel whole. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my soul. Wherever you are, girl, that's where I call my own. Whenever you doubt it, I'll be letting you know. Oh, girl, I want to be dancing with you forever. You see through the storm and take me as I am. Baby, it's magic anytime that we're together. I'll make I just love you and hold you for my hand. Hold you for my hand. Hold you for my hand. Hold you for my hand.
Over and over again, yeah, my love is burning, babe. Feels like time is frozen and the night is for us. We're alone again, every moment's golden, yeah. Feelings I've been holding in, it must be love.
Whenever I'm broken, you make me feel whole. Whenever I'm lonely, you're there for my soul. Wherever you are, girl, that's where I call my own. Whenever you doubt it, I'll be letting you know. Oh, girl, I want to be dancing with you forever. You see through the storm and take me as I am. Baby, it's magic anytime that we're together. I make her just love you and hold you for my hand. 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 I wanna be in your light until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. I wanna be in your light until the night is over. Until the night is over. Until the night is over. Don't just feel good. It's don't just feel good. It's don't just just for the record. Just for the record. If they like me, then chop at the tomato, then no go catch up. Oh, yeah, come back now. Pass up, play me more. You go do you one time, I before one time, I'm to my mess up. Anything you wish me, that be a passion. Bad man no they walk up, man no be God. Make them they talk as we they fly like helicopter. Now by the grace of God and inshallah we they move up. Question, but then no get the answer. 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 Bossa, libido. Cause I love when you they move. See green light when I look at you. First time I take picture with you. Now my cassava where you they look.
Question, but they don't have answer. Burner Boy featuring Don Jazzy on that one. Question, but they don't have answer. So you're asking that same question. Why is it I don't have hospital when they have been drilling oil from your place for a very long time? You know the answer. This particular question, there's an answer. Misgovernance, bad leadership, bad followership. You haven't also demanded what you should get. It is an anathema for you not to have common water to drink, common hospital, primary healthcare center. It is an anathema for you not to have common primary school. I'm calling these things common because these are things that basically a one man, who has small change can do. How much more government? Do you know what is government? Let me tell you what is government. Government is the second God. There's nothing government money cannot do. The only thing government money cannot do is to raise the dead. Government money can do so much. So I don't quite agree with people who say, government cannot do everything. Government cannot do everything. It is a lie. Government can do 90-something% of the things they want to do. Let me give you an instance. When they came up with the Ring Road project, you know how the Ring Road, even the, in quote, what they call it now, public, this thing they did, it was like, shuri. The next thing, bam, they started project. Are you seeing how fast they are on that project? Or haven't you seen it? Go to Rumosi Junction. You will see how fast they are going. Have you seen Julius where they put the pillars before it fly over or cross over? Are you seeing the work that is ongoing? When government want to work, they will work. Oh. So why is it difficult to build one small health center in your place? Let's do eyewitness report. What is it that you have seen within your environment that you want to complain about? Is it security? Is it, political, social? Join us. Yes, good to have you.
Hello, Maxwell.
Yes, good to have you. Welcome. Go ahead, sir.
My name is Barry Dignadom, the radio governor. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, sir.
These our politicians, they are like Nigerian police. If Nigerian police, they want to work, my brother, then they work.
Exactly.
If politicians, they want work, then go work. Look at the ring road you just mentioned some few seconds ago. Look at how fast that project is going. They don't arrange, before flyover don't reach East West Road, you don't reach Ozoba side. Look at how fast. But our politicians, they don't want to do it because of their selfish interest and greed. Well, I talk the one where they pinch me more this evening. This new road, say not be today I start to talk about this new road. It go make about 3 to 4 years now. Where don't they mention this new road? I don't know what the problem is. The governor of Rivers State cannot tell me that he's not aware of the situation of this new road. He's aware. But they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. The time they blocked the location junction, they diverted all the whole vehicles to be using new road and farm road. They've opened location junction. They don't abandon this new road. And if this new road is fixed, it will decongest the traffic. People are currently experiencing that Ozoba and Rumosi Junction due to the ring road construction. So I'm urging I think I should beg them, I don't know. Because people like I beg them. So I'm begging the River State government, headed by Simialaye Fuba. Please, you should do the needful. I wanted to say you should come and flag it off. You should come and fix this road. What can be flagging off? Let them assign the contract and let them come and fix this road. There's nothing to flag off about. So please, then lastly, my local government we've not seen light since last year, December.
Which local government is that?
Okana local government.
And the local government chairman hasn't been coming to work?
They can't work now. Once he comes to work, they will put on the generator for him now.
So, and he's been coming to work and the people have not gone to the gate to go and tell him that there's no light?
My brother, we don't tire. We don't do beyond that, so we don't tire. But to no avail. He's aware of it now. He can't tell me that he's not aware. He's aware. We've done that. So, the thing is that the council is owing. That's just, we don't pay bills in Kokana.
But they've been receiving funds now.
They've been receiving allocation. They've been receiving. That's what baffles me. The allocation they've been receiving, what are they using it for? Come on to pay bills for us. It's difficult. Sorry, we have a very long way to go, Maxwell. I think you should, next election, you should pick one of the, gubernatorial funds.
I prefer the private sector. Will you vote for me?
We'll vote for you now. Why not? We don't
wouldn't they give people some money to go and flog people? Not to vote for me. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, Maxwell.
Yeah, it's good to have you. Go ahead.
The one you go for from Alphabet.
Yes, please.
I don't know the one I will start with.
Start anyway.
Let me start with light. Ask anybody. These areas I will mention, they had bit of a key. Staying along the federal road or the road leading to Imo State, ranging from Chokocho, Komoko, Egui, Olako, Apoka, Dioke, Ibod. Since they finished that road, since 2 years ago, we have not seen light again. Some poles are stolen and run over, and our chairman has not even asked or tried to know why and to find a solution to it. We are dealing in total darkness. To pump water is a problem. To cool water is a problem. To get some fresh air is a big problem. We don't know where to start. Please help us now. Tell them that you should go and look at the tree.
But if you want fresh air, you can stay under the mango tree now. Don't you think so?
For night, we'll have to stay under mango tree at my age. When they say that I'm coming to poison somebody.
Okay, it's true.
That's our. And again, too, I'm a retiree. I want to be corrected. I don't know. Since they said I've been paying pension and gratuity and pension arrears, I don't know where they have stopped. Whether they stay with 2014 on this, because all my colleagues 2017, I have not had anyone that said they have got any. Governor said he has increased that. I don't know whether he has increased from 2 billion to 3 or 5. But whether he increased or not, let him try and do it now. Look at 2017, 2018, 2019, 2021, 2024. To infinity. Well, and the people concerned, let me tell you, half of those retirees are incapacitated. They are very sick. Some of them can't speak, come and eat, unless somebody will take them to somewhere. Why not give them the money, let them take care of themselves? Their legitimate right. It's money, it's not just a palliative given. It's what they worked on. They work for. Senior citizen of Nigeria, senior citizen of River State, why are they treating them like that? For you to work honorably for government 60 years or 35 years, and you are not being taken care of. Is it proper? Is it good? Take you. God is watching. Governor, please extend their gratitude or magnanimity to these retirees. We will also pray for you and God will keep you. Please, because we are elderly. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much for your time. Do you need to pray for the governor to pay your gratuity? It's a statutory arrangement. It is constitutional. Just like, when people say, oh, it is statutory to buy vehicles for lawmakers. I say, oh, that one is statutory. But to pay gratuity and pension is non-statutory, Abi. Now let's do these things correctly. Yes, good evening.
Yeah, Maxwell, good evening.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, Elder Congress Samson from Ogali in LMA local government.
Yes, please.
Yes, my eyewitness account is on the food insecurity in River State. Within this period, I've been taking my time to make some research, make my findings, and I discovered that within this period, most of the food we consume here in River State coming from Onitsha. The yam will soon come out now. Onitsha will still flood the market with their yam. Presently, as I speak to you, at Eleme Junction, you see trailers coming
with vegetable, raw pepper, and so on and so forth. They are all coming from Onitsha, Gari, and the rest of it. They are coming from Onitsha to Eleme Junction. Then, by then, it is spread around the entire River State. Then what are we doing in River State? We have the market here, we have the population, here we have the land. But what is happening to us? Farming those things on ourselves and getting those things from the state. What if there is outbreak of maybe disease or whatever, God forbid, then there is a lockdown. There is a lockdown of the state. How do we get food? How do Rivers people or people living within the confine of Rivers State get food to eat? If the entire places is locked, just like what happened during the Ebola time and the rest of them, then such thing happen now. How do we survive? I think it's an eyesore. When I see this thing, it gives me a lot of sense of concern that Rivers State has to wake up. The government needs to also encourage some farmers to do more. They should do it. There are a lot of land that have been abandoned. The government collected for farming, whereas they are not farming it. They are just there. They should release it out to people to farm on it. Give people some kind of some soft loans and money in order for them to go into farming, in order to make food security in River State, so that the citizens of River State can survive with the food from their land, instead of waiting for food that is coming from other states. Thank you. Let me stop here.
Thank you very much for your time. Did that call just go off? Okay. Sir Max, good evening. My name is Joy from Pea in Kana, local government area. Since I was born, now I'm almost 30 years. It sounds like since I was born, and now I am getting old. But in this case now, I have never seen electricity in my area. She says, I have not seen electricity in my village, Pea. No functional health center. Let them do the needful. Wow. Wow. You're almost 30 since you were born. Hi. In those days, growing up in church, he says, since I was born and now I am growing old, I have never seen the Lord changes. But this one now is electricity. Okay. Yes, good evening.
Evening, Maxwell.
Yes, Wellington.
Maxwell, I want to ask, I think the IGU, the Commissioner of Police River State, I want to know those who are on station guard on that road in the police post, like station guard, they put their roadblock along there. In Nigerian police, do they have name and number? Maxwell.
They have.
Why are they not putting their name? Master, see, Nigerian police, especially those that are River State collecting on, about this question, are they tax collectors for River people? This is that we need to ask ourselves.
But this is
and when you get close, those people you don't see their name.
Wellington.
Are they using Nigerian police uniform to run?
This is one of the major things. This is one of the major things the governor needs to stop.
It's a very serious matter. Very, very. And the commissioner of police should let us know who you are. Let us know who you are. Because most of them stand on that station because you can't identify them. They are part of the people causing, in short, if I say it's alleged, they are part of the people increasing criminality in this state. It's alleged. And it's true. I get a policeman standing on the road, no name, no number. It's bad, man. I don't know that you're a policeman. Are you hiding your identity from standing on your own station to harass people? And that's in fact the Commissioner of Police Rivers. I don't know whether they want to secure Rivers. I don't understand.
Thank you, Wellington.
You feel the queue for complete 2 hours. If you don't pay that money, they will pack it. And another thing I want to say, if Keke is not gazetted or what they call it, Keke boss, let them scrap them. Or let them have driving license, have a plate number. It's a very simple thing that Nigerian police should be using that medium to stop Nigerians. Thank you and God bless us.
Thank you very much for your time. One of the basic things that Governor Simfubara probably would do that people might celebrate, I will not stop them from celebrating, because is if this collection on the road can stop. If the governor can stop it, he has the powers to stop it. But will he want to exercise such powers? Governor has power. Governor has power. The power of the governor, that's why I said government, the only thing government cannot do is to raise the dead. Only God can do that. But you know government can kill. Oh, yes. Yes. Maxwell, the mile 5 axis of the Odoha Community Internal Road in Ahoda East Local Government Area that was abandoned by NDDC since 2015 is giving us problem every day, Maxwell. Please join us to beg NDDC to remember us this dry season. Godwin, happy aka Master, you sent in that one. NDDC matter is another matter. You understand? Please, presenter, help us and draw the attention of the government on the increase in the dredging of sand and sale of red mud along Chokocho and Umechem Eche Road. Amefuli, you sent in that one. Thank you. Yes, good evening.
Well, good evening.
Welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. Jeff Solo. Well, the ambition for the protest of people, women, Namagua. But that airport inside their place, inside the management of the airport. They look at that place and that place employ more people. Like the people are protesting employment. That place can take more workers. So they should develop that airport. That place is very pushy. The federal government can even sell it to individuals that can be able to take care of that place. So, in there, the airport hotel, which I know, as of them, is showing for something. For the whole airport hotel. Yeah, people are protesting for employment. More workers can work there. So if there is no vacant in management of to employ the landlord of airport, if they work that place, there must be a vacant. Most of the graduates they are protesting for can work there. So and another thing, our governor, they should allow our governor, anybody planning impeachment against should draw. Let's put hands together and develop Rivers State, not by thinking of impeachment. Thinking up to give him more, encouragement that to develop the state, not the encouragement of impeachment to last. Court case doesn't last. It will always last. It doesn't end quick. Before it took matter to court, adjournment, 5 years. If it is traditional, 1-2 months, they have resolved every issue. But in court, by the time you begin to plan for impeachment, and the state is suffering the whole thing. So, our governor is intelligent governor. Let's give him more support to work along. Another thing, in my community of Bogoro here, there is one abandoned health center in Amechi, along the Mbaraja Road. That particular place now, people are using there to abuse so many things. Unnecessary, illegal businesses. People living there inside health center, which supposed to be government health center in Obogoro. So this Obogoro health center is abandoned. We should look into it. Our paramount ruler should be reminding them so that they will come and develop it. So it will be useful. It can be useful. To be useful for the society to make use of. So if you go get there and I can't pass there by the hour of this night, there are so many illegal strange places which I don't know. The other day I get there, I saw them people accommodating there. So it's not good. Let us learn how to develop, continue from where the last administration stopped. Then go from there and develop that sector so that people, the unemployment we are crying for. Hence, when you don't develop the where the previous business stop, that as you develop there, people will be employed there. It will be reducing the amount of unemployed people and applicants.
Thank you.
So we should learn how to develop a previous abandoned project. Previous abandoned project.
Thank you very much.
Creating new ones. We have other things, abandoned projects which can contain workers. That things are so difficult.
Thank you. We got your thoughts, sir. Thank you so much.
We should help ourselves.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Master.
Go ahead, sir.
Master, good evening. My name is Stephen.
Yes, please.
My brother, Mr. Master, I want to call on the governor of Rivers State, Governor Sen Fubara, that modern hospital along the roadside at Bori there, as people have been giving him praise as he has been going from one local government to other to give thanksgiving. Let's also use this medium to give thanksgiving to that hospital so that people can be making use of that hospital. Let it complete. Let it put already, the hospital has been already complete. Let it put equipment inside that hospital. Let it make it useful for people. Let it not like building some structure like that without equipment, without people making use of it. Wasting River State money unnecessarily, like those kind of hospital. One in Dagama. The one in Dagama, we have overtaken it. Why is it that in River State they will build a hospital like that and we will take over it? And nurses, many of our students are graduating from school of nurses every day, every year. We have many school of nurses and school of head graduating every year, and those hospitals are learning fellows in River State and no equipment inside it. And which kind of government are we running in River State? Is it the government of praise or singing praises to people? I'm not those kind of people who sing praises to people. I like seeing government working in River State. But as for me, I don't want to praise anybody. Do your work. When people give me work, I always deliver their work to them. So I want you as a governor also deliver your work to the people who assigned you to those in that office that you are. So I want to use this medium to tell him that hospital need workers, need people. Like that hospital need, if that hospital they fix, people from Barnet, people from other local communities can make use of that hospital without we rushing them to Port Harcourt. Must everybody not go to Port Harcourt? Everybody must not go to Port Harcourt for treatment, to have treatment. So let him put that hospital to use for us and leave all this Thanksgiving of a thing. Since how many months now you have been doing Thanksgiving? Is God going to come down to rule the state? Is it not you that are going to rule the state?
David won plenty battles because he was always dancing for God and giving thanks.
That was David. The era of David and now is not the same. God, if David do like that, if America give Thanksgiving like that, would America be at that place that they are now?
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. The governor have heard you. He will reduce the Thanksgiving. Haven't you sung that song? When the Spirit of the Lord is upon my soul, I will dance like David danced. So what's wrong with Thanksgiving? Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Master.
Yes, good to have you. Go ahead.
I'm Prince Daniel.
Yes, please.
Please, I want to make inquiry. Does sanitation, environmental sanitation, do they still arrest people?
If they say arrest people?
Yeah, if they do arrest people, if they are still arresting people. So that,
there's the essay on environment, I think is the one in charge. The other group has been disbanded until further notice. So is this a new group arresting people? You saw them arresting people?
I said if they do arrest people, if they can still make an arrest.
For now, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So there is one community, and the gutter is being blocked. Water cannot move, nothing. If there is any small rain, everywhere will be flooded. That's why I'm asking. Maybe they should go there and make an arrest.
All right.
So apart from that, the whole of the chief, from Olako to Ibodo, from Olako House to Ibodo, we don't have hospital. The one I'm talking is there. I don't know what is holding that one. Please let him come to our aid. Let him help us in that environment. The whole of, let me say, from Olako House to Ibodo, Mba, even Mbasa. They don't have one hospital. Please let him help us. That's what I want to say.
Thank you very much for your time. Well, let's see if we have messages to take. What's your eyewitness report? Keep on talking. Don't give up. Good evening, Maxwell. Mr. UC says, please, it's almost 30 years our road is bad. People of Chukota and Umebulu community are suffering from bad road. Please help us and beg our governor to walk our road for us. God bless you, Max. Thank you, Mr. UC from Port Harcourt. Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Uncle Max, good evening.
I greet you, sir. Good to have you, son.
This is Pastor Gordon, the voice of the voiceless.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. You are doing a good job, sir. I hope the authority concerned are listening, sir.
They are listening.
My brother from Chokocho, I'm calling from the WHA, Reginald, said we are celebrating not having light for 2 years. I think I will join Reginald, NEPA people. They can come and remove their cables. We will celebrate them. Let us invite solar people, energy, so we can have light. They have paid a debt here. For over 2 years now, no light in the chair. That is by the way. Secondly, the physically challenged River State. God is their helper. Because a man with 2 legs cannot climb a tree. One man with a half leg said they should allow him to climb. How will they do it? Can see how the economy is. People are suffering because of the physically challenged. God should deliver us. Uncle Max, please, put up a program for physically challenged in River State. Here I can call the relevant authorities. Let them talk. Our elders should please speak. They should not only speak about sin. They should also speak on behalf of the physically challenged in River State. They are the microcosm of the larger society. But this set of people have been neglected and marginalized. Nobody cared for them. Please, Uncle Max, take up this responsibility. Speak on our behalf. And the Almighty God will bless you, sir. I take us out. Good night, sir.
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Every strata of the society is supposed to be taken care of. It's just that we have defective governance system in Nigeria. So, even basic things that government is supposed to take care of. It's the citizens basically take care of everything. And probably it's as a result of the fact that the citizens, over time, have allowed government, have given excuses for government. The people give excuses for non-performance, for incompetence, high level of incompetence. The man who is supposed to benefit, like one of my guests will always say, that he doesn't need to be close to Governor Simfobara to enjoy, what government has to offer. So you hear people travel from here to the UK, and in 2-3 weeks, they've come to they know someone has come in, and they say, oh, we want to enroll your children. Your children can, for free, and there are schools now. Even if it's not in, you don't need to live in London. There are some other remote areas over there where our doctors, people go to. And those places are, they have basic amenities. And they will enroll those children. Immigrants, not immigrants. They will enroll those children in school. Here, citizen has not even gotten his children into free school. Yes, good evening. Good evening. I'm so sorry, please call back. So here, then a government official said people should be grateful that there's free education. Anyway, I'll just take that as a slip of the tongue, because a government official should know better. That same government official is sending his children abroad. Why didn't he send? Why was he not grateful to send his own children to our own schools here? They trust their system over there more than ours. But they tell you what they are giving you here is the best. But their children are not qualified to attend our schools here. When I hear governors say, we have built world-class hospital, I'm waiting for them and their family members, not the extended, their immediate family members, to go there for treatment. They don't. Even the clinic in government house, they don't use it. If not, former President Buhari would have used State House Clinic, but he ran abroad. The food you cooked, you said the food is very delicious, but you are going to fast food to go and buy food. Why are you fooling me? Eat the one you said you cooked in your house now. State House Clinic, you didn't use it, but you ran abroad and stayed for medical vacation for how many days? Any small thing, they will run abroad. Any small thing. So, and the abroad, they are going to, it's Nigerian doctors, so it's not the doctors that are the problem. Go to UPTA here, you will know that doctors are overwhelmed. Lecturers are overwhelmed. People are moving to those areas. It's still Nigerian doctors that are treating them over there. It's not as if there's one special human being that came from heaven. The difference is the environment, work environment, the morale, the equipment they use. If I'm using megaphone to be talking now, how many of you will hear me? But there's something projecting what I'm saying from here. Yes, there's a console, but there's a transmitter, there's an antenna. So it projects, so good equipment. So you hear my voice, oh, the voice is so sweet. It's because there's an equipment. So it's not the doctor that is the problem. The doctor that is treating them over there, they are still your brothers, you know, that jackpot from here. The same President Tinubu will go there, lie down. They will, the same Nigerian doctor, they will test, check. Okay, the heart is working well. It's the same Nigerian doctors. Difference is they pay them well there. The doctors are not thinking of the school their children will go to. They go to free school. They are paying the doctors well. Yes, you say, oh, they work, long hours. Okay, now. The long hours they are working here, are you paying them well? Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome, go ahead.
I am just calling from Ogun.
Yes, please.
I want to talk about this 27 or 28 lawmaker thereabouts that defected from PDP.
Is that your eyewitness report? We're looking at eyewitness report too.
But I'm here this in the morning. I've nothing meet up to.
Okay, go ahead. If that's what you have seen, you want to talk about, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, these people, this 27 lawmaker, why they not allow this our present governor to drink water and keep cup? Tomorrow I will impeach him. Just tomorrow I will not impeach him. Just like that, they don't want this man to concentrate on what he's doing in this state, so that he can develop this state, so that by 2027, the citizens of this state can be able to vote for him. They are just trying to distract this man so that by 2027, the only thing we say, this man will know, oh, he don't do anything, oh, he don't do this, oh, he don't do this, don't develop this, he don't do this. Make the citizens of this state, make them no vote for him. That's only the thing they are fighting for. I beg you, let them leave this man to drink up and kill water so that he can focus on what to do. If it's not me to rule this state, then in the rest of me and Tinubu will invite me to Abuja to come and sit on seat that I don't know how come about that seat. You think that I will sit on that seat? I will not sit on that seat. So I know that very seat that they give for me, something else will happen to that seat for me to do what I'm not supposed to do. So let them make this man to know what to do in this state. Well, I know that this man has good intention with this state. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Yes, good evening. You might be our last call.
No, good evening.
Yes,
good evening.
Go ahead, sir.
My name is Tom Victor Clemens from Iho.
Yes, please.
Yes, that is in a plan today, which is yesterday we had a meeting that they removed my community whole in earth plan, which is we have been enjoying earth for 1960s, from 60s. Most of the people that remove our name, the community called the Habai, Doke, Pena, Nojaji, they never born then. Now they call themselves Easy, and they just remove and put their community's name, Olahoda, Olapata, and also that community. That the line is not even, they don't even host a community F in that line. But today, because they are in power, they remove Iho. And I tell you, and I bet you today, I say it in open radio, if they don't put that name, Iho community will not be happy. And they will not. I tell you, the God of the land, say they believe in whatever they believe. The God of the land will fight and fight to finish on this one. Because we are not going. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. And that's what you can take. 8:45, a commercial is coming up. That's what you can take on the show today. Thank you so much, everyone who called in, sent in messages. We'll continue tomorrow again. All right? There's always more time to talk about issues. But we'll pray, like always, we'll pray that the authorities do the needful, sort out issues, sort out these problems one after the other, or in batches, so that people can enjoy their lives. But note, Rivers man or woman, boy, girl, is not supposed to have anything to do with poverty, because you have what it takes to enjoy life. Good evening.
Welcome to a new dawn, full of dreams, full of visions, full of possibilities, and full of life. Let's start your day with Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
The Olympics starts in July in Paris, and of course, Nigeria will be right there. Are we going to medal, or we are going there to make up the numbers? We've been to the Olympics how many times, and we didn't just go there at all. Take a look at 1996, one of our biggest achievements we'll never forget. Even the last Olympics, our wrestlers did us very, very proud. I say Brome got a medal and what have you. We are going again. The All-African Games just ended in Ghana, where we came second behind Egypt. A big gulf it was, and some of our strong areas are being encroached by some of African smaller countries, not even bigger countries. I'll give you an example. The Ghanaians won a medal in swimming. We haven't won anything in swimming. Wow, what is the problem? My name is Godwin Inakana. It's Global Sports Update. We're talking to a man who has traveled this road many times, not as an athlete, but as an astute administrator, from the state level to the national level. Who is this personality? When we come back from this break. Welcome back. Yes, Alhaji Abayola doesn't need any introduction at all. He's been everywhere from football to other sports. It's our pleasure to welcome you to Global Sports Update. Happy Ramadan to you, sir.
Oh, great. Thank you very much, Godwin. Thanks.
I'm going to take a little of your time. I know you are fasting, but again, I know what sport means to you.
For you, anything. Go ahead.
Thank you. The Olympics is in July, and as we speak, we're already in April. That means we have how many months? 4 months to go. Are we ready for the Olympics? Are we ready for the Olympics?
Well, judging by what the Honorable Minister has said, I think we are almost ready, and I am happy with the outcome of the All Africa Games, despite the fact that some people were expecting us to go and win the shield. But our performances have indicated that come Olympics, we may likely break the jinx this time around.
What jinx are we breaking precisely?
Preparations are continuous. We have just had preparations for the All Africa Games, and the games also were held. We are back. So preparations continue, as the minister has said, immediately. And judging by what we have really done at the All Africa Games, there is nothing better and bigger than start early preparations for any event of such magnitude, All Africa Games, Commonwealth Games, and the Olympic Games. And I think we have, I wouldn't say we have enough time, but judging by our previous records of preparations, I think we have 4 solid months. We can cut it to 3 solid months to prepare the athletes, and some of them that are going back to their bases are not going to just relent. The local ones will continue with the local campaign. I think we have a good time now. Not really a good time. You take arguments of you need 4 years, you need 3 years, you need 2 years. Yes, that's okay, but in this climate, it is difficult to get such kind of preparation. But the ministry has really tried to get the athletes on hold for the All Africa Games. And now the minister has assured Nigerians that preparation starts early for the Olympics. So it is already on. It's just a continuous something.
Well, like you said something that is very germane, Alhaji Abayola, and it is that they say your preparation for the next Olympics starts when the one you just attended ended. We don't do this in Nigeria.
Yes, we hardly do it because there are so many challenges, Godwin, so many issues, ranging from funding to actually getting the athletes together. That is why we policy encourage that the athletes should be given, those foreign-based athletes should be given training grants so that they will continue. And they also participate in a lot of meets to make up what is required of them to actually be on the podium in the Olympics. But if you look at our particularities, you will understand that it will be extremely, extremely difficult to have that 4-year stretch training of athletes from one Olympics to the other. And there are breaks, like the Commonwealth Games, the All Africa Games, the Athletics World Championship. All these are preparatory towards major international competition, and especially the Olympics. So, judging by our own nature, we cannot have that 4-year stretch. But as the pundits will say, preparations are continuous, just like government is continuous.
Well, how long, Alhaji Abayola, are we going to continue to rely on government to fund sports alone?
Well, for now, believe me, Godwin, the light is not really quite visible at the end of the tunnel, but there is light. In this part of the world, especially in Africa, several institutions depend on government. Several institutions, I repeat, depends on government to operate. It's like that in Nigeria. Without the government, it will be extremely difficult to get the private sector come in and take over the running of sports. You see, one of the things the last administration did was to bring up this issue of sports industry policy. It is deliberate to at least see. Let's start from somewhere and see if we can ask government to stay away. And let's see whether the corporate world can come in and do it for us. But if you look at it from the states to the center, you find it extremely difficult to ask government to hands off. Extremely, extremely difficult. It is possible, but we need to have a solid plan, a solid foundation on ground that if government goes, XY comes in. So the private sector needs to be encouraged to come in. How do you encourage the private sector? It's through the sports industry policy. If you give X, you will be giving Y. Y may not be up to X, but you will have something also as a relief, as an incentive. So if we graduate into that, we may get to the point where God-doing government will hands off. But for now, honestly speaking, let me be very frank with you, we are not yet there. And in addition to that, you see, let me just take, for instance, the issue of some northern states.
Okay.
When we are talking about this issue of private sector, in Kano, we have almost about 500 plus industries, and for now, we don't have up to even 40. And that should be the major employment sector. The government, how many people does government employ? So if you don't have this kind of facilities, if you don't have this kind of windows in your place, it will be extremely difficult because everybody almost relies on government. Take, for instance, you go to Taraba, you may not find even, I think, 2 to 10 productive industries there that are employment sources to the people. So, and without such kind of things, government is constrained to just go into sports. Otherwise, sports will definitely die. That is the issue because nothing comes in from outside. You can't source for anything from outside. Your basketball team is traveling to Egypt for the African or whatever championship. You have a company that sponsors you. Back here, it is extremely difficult. Even if they will give you something, they will give you peanut, which will not take you anywhere. So at the end of the day, you have to go back to the government and plead and ask. And look at Kano Palace. We have been trying to take it away from government for a very long period of time, but we could not because the people or the corporate organizations that will come in and say, yes, we will sponsor this thing are not there.
But then, Alaja Bayola, I quickly want to, come in here. Are there no trust issues? I mean, this is what we hear all the time, that the private sector wants to play a big role in supporting and helping the development of sports in Nigeria. But trust issues, there's no transparency, there's no accountability. Because of that, they just stay away.
Yes, I agree with you. In some certain sectors, accountability is virtually zero. But in some, it is there. Not only accountability, you see, you must respect the private sector for what they are. If a company drops in 1 billion and tells you, we have our own staff who will administer this fund, but it is for you, give them that leverage. Allow them to administer it. All you need to be is to be honest in what you drop for the administrators, to be convinced that you need 100 million here, you need 50 million there. So if you can convince them genuinely, honestly, and sincerely, why not? They will continue to come in. But in a situation where there is no accountability from our own part, from the part of those who are the end beneficiaries, that is the government, people who will disburse the sponsorship funds or whatever it is. Once there is no sincerity purpose, nobody would want to come. Look at what we are going through now on AFN issue. It doesn't speak well. Whatever it is, we should try to show a lot of sincerity and respect for our sponsors because they deserve something from us. They are giving us money not as gratis because they expect that we also will give them some mileage. That is why it is important for the Honorable Minister to pursue this issue of private sector involvement into sports through the incentives that federal government would give out. That package, Godwin, believe me, is something that is very, very attractive, especially to the private sector. And generally, there are private sectors in Nigeria who want to come and help sports.
Yeah.
That accountability issue and nothing comes back to me, I think is what is drawing them away.
Well, Alaja Bayola, you've worked with a former DG of the Sport Commission. That was recently. The last Minister of Sport, Sunday Dare, you were the DG to the Minister of Sport, isn't it? Or Chief of Staff? Yeah, Chief of Staff.
Yes.
In your position, you were supposed to be what to the Minister of Sport?
Was supposed to be the head of administration and in his office, in the office of the minister. Nothing goes in and comes out without a touch from the Chief of Staff. That is how it is.
Now, one of the biggest challenges you guys face was that of what?
Well, I don't want to really go further into that, but I think if I can say rightly, the challenges we had was the basketball issue. we tried as much as possible to see how best we can get out of it without injuring anybody. But at the end of the day, we are all humans. Instinct, sometimes human instinct takes you to where you don't want to go to, and that is thing you can do. In government, that is very possible always. It's not deliberate. Ten play is not deliberate. And one other challenge is the issue of court of arbitration. He tried as much as possible to see that he has put the court of arbitration or panel or committee, whatever you call it, in place. But probably due to lack of time, and we were not able to come up with it to perfect it and to implement whatever is there. But the Adoki Amesimaka team did a very fantastic job for the arbitration panel. It's just to panel beat it, get it to be approved by the Federal Executive Council over an approving authority, and we are on. If it is a national assembly, it goes also there. Let it go there for a bill, for an act of law. The challenges were not really much, Godwin, honestly.
No, but Alhaji Abayola, you just mentioned the court of arbitration in sport. The only court that you can go to when there's a grievance by anybody involved in sport. Now, Adoke Amesimaka's committee was set up how many years ago? They had done their job as it were. This was just to pass it as it were on paper. But you just said the Federal Executive Committee or Council as it were has to do that. They haven't done that. We still have to go to where? Switzerland, and that costs a lot of money. That means if you have any grievance, you are angry with something you think is not right, you have to look for dollars to go to Switzerland. The minister could not put that through. Number two, the issue of the NFF Act. Where did you leave it?
Well, to begin with, on the issue of court of arbitration or committee on arbitration, it's not Sunday Dare that has not implemented it. It has come through the previous ministers that were there. It is one story after the other. Godwin, it's a long story, and we may not be able to get it.
No, you don't need to tell us. Nigerians need to be educated. As the chief of staff to the last minister of sport, Alhaji Abayola, Nigerians need to know where are we right now with the court of arbitration in sport. Where are we? Are we close to having it in Nigeria? Because the committee that was set up by previous ministers, led by Adoke Amesimaka, chairman of the committee, did a fantastic job. They are crying every day. Adoke says he doesn't want to get it. He doesn't want to discuss sports because what he did that was supposed to be implemented didn't work. Sunday Dare as Minister of Sport was here for how many years? You were with him as his lieutenant. It didn't just work. Oh, we now do it. That's why I'm asking, where did you people leave it?
I am happy you have asked this question because I think it is on the drawing board of the current Minister of Sports. I think he wants to also see how he can get it worked out and how he can bring it up, and then it's now become something that Nigeria will be proud of, because it is a matter that probably has to go to even the National Assembly.
Tomorrow he returns with me. Abayola is about how we can get to the Olympics and make an impact. It's about how we can fund sport in Nigeria without government intervention. It's about the Nigerian Football Federation, how the statutes can be amended so that we don't have to go to law courts. And when I say law courts, I mean the ordinary law courts. In sports, you all know that there's a court of arbitration in sports. That is the place you are supposed to go to. But in Nigeria, we've not allowed it to see the light of day. What are the reasons? Abayola will be joining me tomorrow, only on Global Sports Update. My name is Godwin Akela. Don't forget to keep praying for Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
Turn the dial and turn up the thrill. We are not in the same league. We are rewriting the rules. Here on Today 95.1 FM.
We talk, you listen.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Follow who no road, Oga. Follow who no road, Abobi follow who no road. People think follow who no road.
Hey, better don't land though. That thing where we don't find Tete for Sokoto. Don't land Boa forward domot. Baba Champion Herbs, aka Champion Action for Men. Don't carry Wongi Herbal Remedy. Enter town to take bring out the real action in you as a man. Baba Champion Action for Men. For that man when they perform well. Baba Champion Action for Men. He did good for both young and old. Even if you don't reach 80 years, you go still maintain your wing. He go normalize your system, boost your performance, make you stand gidigbam. They kakaraka as a real man with correct action. Champion Action for Men. Correct wonder route where go activate the real action in you. Now the day when you start to take them, that day go begin work for you. Even when you don't take and finish, you go still the fire they go. Because you don't correct your system, set and fine, make you carry the go. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Call 081-6920-2525. Take them again, 081-6920-2525. Baba Champion, now for real man.
Greetings to you, wonderful people of River State. Thank you for joining us on this health enlightenment, sponsored by Baba Champion Herbs. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. You can call Baba Champion on 081-6920-2525. 081-6920-2525. Let's hear from the Chief Consultant of Baba Champion Herbs.
Thank you so much, dear listener, for being with us. I am the Chief Consultant of Champion Herbs International. Today, I want to talk about erectile dysfunction.
Please, could you break it down so everybody can understand this?
Erectile dysfunction is the inability to get and keep an erection firm enough for intercourse. Having erection trouble from time to time is not necessarily an issue for concern, but when it happens frequently, it becomes a problem. It can cause stress, affect your self-confidence, and contribute to relationship problems. This problem of getting or keeping an erection can also be a sign of an underlying health condition that needs treatment. Male sexual arousal is a complex process that involves the brain, hormones, emotions, nerves, muscles, and blood vessels. Stress and mental health concerns can cause or worsen erectile dysfunction. Common causes include alcoholism and other forms of substance abuse, sleep disorders. If you don't sleep well, it can affect your performance. Tobacco use, too much sugar in the body, obesity, metabolic syndrome, which is a condition involving increased blood pressure, high insulin level, body fat around the waist, among others.
Does it come with symptoms?
The symptoms include trouble getting an erection or keeping an erection, reduced sexual desire. You find yourself as a man, you don't have urge at all. When you experience other sexual problems such as premature ejaculation, other ailments such as diabetes, heart disease might also be linked to erectile dysfunction.
Any advice to our listeners?
I advise any man with any of these symptoms to quickly visit an expert. Even if it gets you embarrassed talking to an expert, never mind that. Most times, treating an underlying condition is enough to reverse erectile dysfunction. In other cases, medication or direct treatment helps a lot. So, when you see yourself in this situation, visit an expert. Don't feel ashamed to talk to an expert. We are located at number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Baba Champion Herbs. You can call us on 081-6920-2525.
Thank you very much.
Follow no road, Oga. Follow no road. I follow no road. People think follow no road.
Hey, better don't land though. That thing where we don't find Tete for Sokoto. Don't land Boa forward domot. Baba Champion Herbs, aka Champion Action for Men. Don't carry Wongi Herbal Remedy. Enter town to take bring out the real action in you as a man. Baba Champion Action for Men. For that man when they perform well. Baba Champion Action for Men. He did good for both young and old. Even if you don't reach 80 years, you go still maintain your wing. He go normalize your system, boost your performance, make you stand gidigbam. They kakaraka as a real man with correct action. Champion Action for Men. Correct wonder route where go activate the real action in you. Now the day when you start to take them, that day go begin work for you. Even when you don't take and finish, you go still the fire they go. Because you don't correct your system, set and fine, make you carry the go. Baba Champion Day for number 62 Ikwere Road by Egede Street, my one Jobu Port Harcourt. Call 081-6920-2525. Take them again, 081-6920-2525. Baba Champion, now for real man.
And that was a paid infomercial.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
What's a successful business without sales? And what is sales without an audience? Well, do you know that you can reach 8 million listeners across 6 states in 2 geopolitical zones all at once? How? With Today 95.1 FM, you can get millions of people to know about your business. And what does that mean to you? More sales. Call 081 389 2850 now for more information.
Being a woman in Nigeria can be really tasking.
Too much expectations. You have to be the perfect wife,
be a great cook.
Oh yes, a loving daughter, and a vixen in the bedroom.
You also have to know how to work it in the boardroom. Reality check. Let's tell you how a real woman does it. Today's Woman, every Friday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Today 95.1 FM.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest high life tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. only on Today 95.1 FM.
So me a mabra, why give me a mabra? I can so see where the sipri. I see me a see where the sipri. I can so me a mabra. He want ma. He want ma. I see me a see where the sipri. He see where the so me a mabra. Yes, that's what I see. So me a mabra. Easy very simple. I'm a damn so see very simple. I see me a mabra. What you woman? You woman. I see me a see very simple. I can so me a mabra. I carry a wallow me a mabra. I see my numerous ready. So me a mabra. See me a was any bona. He be me a bona. Yellow me a mabra.
One of the greatest high-life legends in Nigeria. You must give him his accolades. You can't talk about high life in Nigeria without giving accolades or giving the flowers to Cardinal Jim Rex Lawson. It's The Thrill right here on Today 95.1 FM. 12 minutes gone past the hour of 9. This is your Premium Talk News and Sports Station, Today 95.1 FM. The most wanted station. I might just put it that way. The most wanted station in Port Harcourt right about now. If you argue with us, maybe you can take it to the tribunal and then would, go have the litigations as is happening in some states in the country. But unarguably, we are there for you. We are the voice of the people. And we also want to give you the opportunity for you to get your voice heard. Maybe you've been dreaming to be that guy who wants to always contribute on different conversations on radio. This is your opportunity provided for you for free right here on The Thrill. All you have to do is call me up. I would open up the phone lines very soon. You call me up and then you get to contribute to the conversation today. Today's one, the conversation for today is absolutely amazing, I must say. When I saw it, I said, yes, a lot of Nigerians, a lot of reversions would want to react to this. And here we are. My name is Dave Roberts, by the way. I would like to know you and meet you. So when you call me, do well to turn down the volume of your listening devices so I don't get a feedback. What it does to me is it affects my ears. You don't want me to be suffering while I'm talking to you because the healthcare system in Nigeria is nothing to write home about. Just getting to hear, I mentioned one time about my colleague, a friend, who we had to take to the hospital for certain issues, and the nonchalant attitude by some doctors, in addressing that particular issue. And we talked about the healthcare system. I think this was 2 weeks ago or last week. I may not remember exactly, but we talked about this. And with the doctors leaving the country in their droves, I mentioned that how do we mitigate that particular issue and have the doctors, stay back to do their jobs? And most of us suggested, let's have them trained more. Let's have them given more remunerations. We mentioned a lot of suggestions. And maybe if the governor or the state administration is listening, they might want to pay attention to that. Because I just got some information today that because of the public holiday, some doctors were not on their places of duty, resulting to very, very, very complicated situations. I mean, imagine patients waiting to hear from a doctor the next move to take, and then there's no doctor just because it's public holiday. It's really awful. Anyways, I don't want to bore you with that story. Tonight, someone has something to say about Nigeria. I do respect this man a lot. For one, he has a very good fashion sense. Most leaders in the country, they don't represent. When you see them outside, talking about Nigeria in one forum or representing Nigeria, you get to wonder, how do these people come out? Are these people even aware that you stand to represent the country just by your looks? But, Femi Adesina is that kind of guy who, if it was by looks and by the big grammar, I would have pitched him for someone who can be called the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But he's saying that the name, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, can be adjusted or can be twisted or can be changed to suit a certain narrative. So the president of the African Development Bank, AFDB, the person of Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, he came out with a statement saying that the name Nigeria the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be changed to the United States of Nigeria. And with these reasons, or the reason he provided, some way it makes some sense. You know, that instead of being addressed as the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it should be called the United Nations, or the United States rather, of Nigeria. One, he said that most states lack the autonomous nature to make decisions for themselves. In contrast, let's put this together. Pari passu, the United States of America. Let's put this in pari passu, the United States of America. You get to hear state governors making decisions that solely recommend only the authority of the state to stand. In other words, if there is a move for an abortion law, which has been on the subject of conversation for a very long time, if there is a move for an abortion law, the state of Texas can say, we choose not to have this law endorsed, even if it is endorsed by the federal arm. So you would see the state and you see the federal government always in contrast. Always in contrast. The federal government says, no, we want this particular law to stand. And the state says, no, we choose not to allow this stand. But in Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, once one law is given, every other person tends to just follow suit in that manner. So Dr. Akinwumi Adesina is saying, with this in mind, don't you think it will be better Nigeria should be addressed as the United States of Nigeria? USN. Makes a couple of sense if you look at the name. I don't know. If you think about it, USN, the United States of Nigeria. Apart from the name itself, apart from the brand it gives to us, how about the description or the idea that states should be autonomous to make their own decisions? For instance, in River State, everything concerning River State will be solely dependent on the state governor. Everything about River State would be dependent solely on the state governor. Let me just read through what he said. The president of the African Development Bank, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, he has proposed that the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be renamed the United States of Nigeria. Adesina's proposal was contained in a statement by his special advisor on industrialization, Professor Banji Olayinka, on Saturday, March 30th, 2024. The former Agric Minister was said to have made the call while delivering a lecture as the recipient of the 2024 Obafemi Awolowo Prize for Leadership titled Making a New Nigeria, Welfareist Policies and People-Centered Development. He explained that a change of the name to the United States of Nigeria will birth a new relational mindset between states and Abuja, noting that the states will play essential roles while the center would only support and not overload them. But I would like to know from you, I would like to hear from you what you think about this proposition by Adesina Akinwumi. He has been that man who has championed the goals of Nigeria in different spheres, especially in the agricultural sector, being president of the African Development Bank and the mighty initiatives he has given to that cause. And for some reason, like I said, many people have, in fact, in the previous elections, the presidential elections in Nigeria, many people were actually pinpointing him as one of the candidates that might stand or that would have stood for, the elections. But yet again, we didn't get to see him actively involved in politics and politicking. But let me get to hear from you. Do you think that the change of name to the United States of Nigeria would affect the common man, the man who wakes up by 6, hustles so hard, gets back to his house by 11 p.m., only to be greeted by the absence of electricity, to be greeted by the absence of potable drinking water, to be greeted by the absence of healthcare infrastructure, having his children going to the most dilapidated schools in the country. And yet again, he's proud to say, I am from the United States of Nigeria. And the argument that Adesina Akinwumi brought to the table, that states would have the autonomous nature to act on their own, to make policies on their own, to generate their income, solely take care of themselves, be dependent on themselves without, depending on the federal government to lord over them. Do you think that stands? All this talk about Nigeria changing its name should end. Remember one time, I'm trying to recall the particular year where this motion was moved again that we should go with the name the United. I'm trying to remember that particular trend. It was moved by someone. UAR. Was it the president, the former president, United African Republic, and it was trending. People were saying, "Oh, I'm not from Nigeria anymore. From the United African Republic." But let me get to hear your thoughts. 0817-0000-951 or 0810-951-0951. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Master. Good evening.
My name is Dave Roberts. Nice to hear from you.
Dave, Dave Roberts. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Chief Solomon, go ahead.
It will not work. Your state autonomous will work because in River State we are not farming. All the things we eat, cucumber, all the fruits come from the north.
What stopped Rivers people from planting cucumber in the state?
It will not grow, and there is no land.
Do you know? Just behind my house is one of the biggest cucumber farms in the state.
Will not grow.
He said it will not grow, but they are exporting from there.
No vacant, no land. Real estate has taken over.
Real estate has not taken over anywhere. No.
You put it inside. No land again.
How?
It doesn't farm anymore.
I'm into real estate, and there is a plethora of unexplored.
We can't be able to sustain autonomous.
All right, thank you very much. The lands, the vast array of lands unexplored. HA. A lot of local governments unexplored. Out of the 23 local governments in River State, only 2 are functioning. And then, when I say functioning, up there, doing much in terms of revenue generation. But yet again, real estate is not the problem. Is the state ready to be autonomous? 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening.
Welcome. Is this Muriel?
Yeah, this is Muriel.
Nice to hear from you.
Thank you, Dave. Happy Easter.
Same to you. Go ahead.
Look, Dave, I don't know. I don't know why we like coffee in America, honestly. Everything we want to copy from there. So if you use the word USA, do you know that some people can even call it the ununited States of Nigeria?
I'm telling you, that was a good one.
You know, Dave, when the people of America decide to call their country United States of America, when it comes to their country, America, they're united all round. When it comes to things that affect their country and this, most of the time, they come together. They are united for their country. All of them come up with one slogan called "Bless America." Well, how many of us? We just want to use the word America, America, this, that. Yes, we are so ununited. In fact, the disunity in Nigeria, I've not seen it anywhere. Do you know how many languages we have in this country? We are too much to be together, Dave. We are too much. Nigeria, we are too much. We need to split at least into two. Honestly. So we are not united for anything. That is absolute hypocrisy. There is no unity. There is no unity at all.
So if you believe in the power of words, don't you think the more we call ourselves united, we adapt that mentality?
And Dave,
yes?
Actions are more stronger than words, honestly. The people of America, they don't just speak it, they act it. But here, trust me, it will be so difficult. It will be so difficult to join the Northerner, for us to have a common mind, one goal, the Northerner and the Southerner. It's almost impossible, trust me, Dave. It is. So I don't think we can. We shouldn't change the name. Nigeria is fine. Yeah, I like the sound of it to Nigeria. It sounds, fine.
Sounds cool. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Muriel. 95.1 FM. I lost that one. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello, Chief Dave Robert.
Mr. Sam from the Great Castle. You're welcome. Good evening to you.
Yeah, a blessed new month and happy Easter from my Great Castle, as you say, and a bad one to all the bad politicians in Nigeria. Chief Dave Roberts, you see, I too, in time past and even till date, I look forward to the United States of Nigeria. There is not this present one that we are seeing now, whereby you see some of our so-called leaders who have united themselves against we the people and be stealing our money among themselves and be enjoying and licking fingers and living a luxurious and flamboyant kind of gangster way life of living like Machiavelli emperor. These men, the truth is that with these men there is no unity, because these men, in the name of politics, when they want to steal our money, they will throw bone and put division among we Nigerians, and they will have their way, steal money and go to the top of and it's not even aspiring self, it's by force taking of political power. So in this present time, we can't have that united Nigeria or United States of Nigeria. But I'm still praying and urging all Nigerians to join us to pray, so that these men will find where we'll put them. And you know where we'll put them. We'll put some of them in Kirikiri, some of them in Kuje prison, some of them in Port Harcourt maximum prison here, so that we now will begin to mitigate and navigate how we now will get to that United States of Nigeria.
Okay, thank you very much. 0817-0000951 or 0810-951-0951. Send a text message or WhatsApp message to the number 0701-933-9962. The United States of Nigeria, as proposed by Adesina Akinwumi. Do you think this name changes the situation, or might be the catalyst to push for the change we've also always desired? 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hey, Robert.
Asitonka Wellington.
My brother.
If I want to greet you in Okrika, how do I say it?
Yeah,
okay. Thank you very much. It's been a while.
Yes.
Happy Easter to you.
I wish you the best. River people are happy. We're happy with you. We're happy with today's FM.
Thank you very much. All right, go ahead.
The robot is very, very possible. 101% possible to have a better Nigeria. It's unfortunate those who don't keep history will say it's not possible. The robot, we were having problem in this state talking about ranking. In fact, I will tell you sincerely, the entire Omoma can have not been tapped when it comes to agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
It has not been tapped at all.
At all, I know.
At all. The entire Omo has not been even tapped.
At all, you can't at all. You can't even say you've scratched anything.
I don't want to go out of Ogoni. Who's the disease was that they want to turn Ogoni people to monkey banana? Today, Songa Farm was cleared. They're telling us who bomb Niger Delta people. The robot on this radio, they told us that they want to shut down all our recycling cities. I think Kelly is aware. I was shouting, don't shut down. If you go to the archives and talk about rice, we have over 1,000 and almost 2,000 species of rice that can grow in time like that Delta. What are we not saying? We can feed ourselves. In fact, it's unfortunate that NDCC is not tapping into agriculture strongly in this country and in this region. It's unfortunate. Nobody should come and tell us that we cannot feed, that the state government cannot do better if they give them autonomous. Except you're not a leader. We were talking about ranking. I said, if you go to pure agriculture, the faculty of agriculture is too wide. Ranking alone can give us no less than 5 to 10,000 workers. As agri-economics, I think you know you're a learned man. If you begin to go into the abattoirs, there are people who can do marketing. In fact, Nama itself, the entire board of Nama is money.
I know about that. So there's a possibility of all states in the country being autonomous.
Even states supposed to have a poultry selling beds. Even states supposed to have a fish farm hatching. Even states supposed to have a cassava farm for quick growth. What are we not saying? They went and give us faculty of agriculture without no land, no tractor, and people in the chair are cutting ribbons and saying they have a faculty. Do they have farm? Singapore came here, took our palm. Today they are doing cream. They are doing the entire palm product is money. What are we not saying? It's not functioning in our optimal capacity, and somebody is telling us that we cannot do better. That person is not a leader. We can do better than this. Thank you and God bless us.
Thank you very much, Asiton Carolington. If all the states in the country chose to be autonomous, every state has its own law governing its inhabitants, do you think Nigeria would stand? And do you think would still come under the umbrella? We can fit under that umbrella of the United States of Nigeria. Hello, good evening. You're welcome. What's your name?
My name is Stevenido.
All right, Mr. Stevenido. Go ahead.
My brother, United States of Nigeria.
USN.
USA. I think somebody is just realizing himself. He's just waking up from sleep. If you like, give a Nigerian man or a River State man, when they are talking all these things that we do not have agriculture cannot be manifested in River State. That person is telling lies. We have a lot of land that we have not tapped, that we have not even used in River State. Come to Canada local government, you will see a lot of land, acres of land lying fellow, wasted. Instead, we are not even tapped anything from the acres of land that we have in River State. So, if they want to say that United States of Nigeria, that is what will bring development in Nigeria, I think they are lying.
Well, beyond the name, the autonomous nature of each state is what he's hinging on. That the fact that every state can act independently on their own.
Forget about the autonomous. If the states are under the federal government now, they are not achieving any good. Is it when you give them autonomous, that is when they will achieve something?
Maybe we have not tried that option. We have not tried the option. We have always been under the federal government.
My brother, that is the death in arrival. Because if you like, give Nigeria man, marry one for him. At the end of the day, Nigeria man will complain.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, I don't want to hero sing any political party or any governor, but I'm tempted to I would drop hints and you would know. Follow my hints. Before this time, there was no road to their state. Now he got in to the seat, and now they have roads. We heard that there wasn't light in some parts of their city, but now they have lights. Now imagine that kind of person being the alpha and omega of the state, taking solely into cognizance the affairs of his people and using those issues that he has deduced from them to run the affairs of the state. For example, if there's an allocation for River State, it's, well, I don't want to get into the politics of this. I wouldn't sound politically incorrect or correct. But what do Rivers people want? Let me put it this way. What do Rivers people want? Does the federal government know what Rivers people truly want? Is it boldly written or spelled to them that these are the plights of reversions? What the people of Bayelsa State want? Does the federal government know about it? So how about having the state governor who knows these plights, who knows these issues, address the issues? For some people or for some states, the issue might not be power. The issue might just be roads. But yet again, there's an allocation from the federal government for power for them. And they are saying this is not our issue. For some, it's security. They don't want light. They don't want road. They want security. Yet again, there is a budget for lights and roads for them. So does the federal government actually know their needs? No. How about the states owning these things? They know what they need and they know how to go about it. Don't you think states should be autonomous? I'll get to hear from you. Let me take some calls and then take messages. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Good evening, Kelly.
Hello, good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Michael.
All right, my name is Dave. Nice to hear from you. Go ahead.
All right, Dave. Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, talking about Nigeria to be United States of Nigeria. I don't think in this our foreign leader that we have in Nigeria will come to answer United States of Nigeria, because we had a bad leaders that they don't have vision about us. They don't have any good dream to dream about us. All they want to do that to send a virus inside us for we to fight ourselves. Just like that, then they are moving forward. We are killing ourselves in the corner in the name of them buy gun. Why don't them buy house in America give us than to buy gun and give us to go and kill ourselves? Can you imagine this? This country needs leaders that have mercy of God in their lives.
All right, thank you very much. But I'm sorry I disconnected you because of time. You made mention of something very important. Now imagine this governors who are flying to and fro, going for vacations and everything. Now imagine them being the sole proprietors of the state in full capacity. That is, if everything goes well with the state, the governor will be held accountable. If everything goes south with the state, the governor would be held accountable. Do you think they would have that liberty to travel at their own will and discretion again? No. I'll take one last call and then we'll take messages so we can quickly wrap up. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Dave Robert,
yes?
Don't hide that when the right governor is on seat, he knows what the people want. And that is why the governor of Rivers State, who knows what the people want, has decided to work with those farms that was neglected. You know the principle that in a good government, we need roads, we need food to chop, shelter, good housing. And the governor of the state, Rivers State governor, has started in that direction. And he said he's going to do more. That is the basic. And the governor of Abia State has started. Our governor is going to do more better than him. And he has started. So you can pop. You're a journalist. You're the watchdog of a nation. Speak louder. The people are hearing you.
All right. Thank you very much, Hasi Tonka. Let me take messages here. This one says, fortune greetings to you, bro Dave. Dave, additional suggestion can't work. What he should be saying at this moment can't be far from the Confederate system of government rather than this United States of Nigeria. Let every zone develop at its own pace. Iberi Chuku from Port Harcourt. Okay. All right, so I'm still taking messages. Most of them are coming in for the previous show. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello, Dave. Good evening.
Welcome. Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah. This Tony Hospital.
All right, Tony Hospital. Go ahead.
Dave, it is like putting an old wine into a new bottle. That is what it is. Because when the mind has not been reformed, you are somebody into a new system. But like I will bet you, if you bring Americans down here and take Nigeria down to America there, you see that development will be stalled here in America. While the Americans here will build this place even more than the American itself, America of the present America, even before the next 50 years. So the issue does not lie in the change of the nomenclature at all. It's in mind. And some people are saying that Nigeria has so many ethnic groups. But do you know that China has more than almost 1,000 ethnic groups? 1,000. While Nigeria has only about 270 or so. So it is the issue of leadership, good leadership. We are bereft of leadership. We are hungry for good people who come on board to take everybody like his own or their own, not the exception of a country, or not that a tribalistic or ethnicity or whatever. No, we need people, good men in every sphere of the country. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, whether you are someone, you're Yoruba man, Efik, a German or whatever, everyone takes you along. That is the only thing that can change this country. It's not the change of the name. The change of the name does not mean. It's funny. It's just funny.
All right.
So, United States of Nigeria. No, it can't work. It can't work.
You don't believe that we can be united, but you watch the same match. Nigeria plays against Ghana. You watch it with the northern end. You watch it with the southern end. You watch it with the western end. One more call. 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Dave.
Welcome. What's your name?
Thank you. This is Chief Solomon.
Chief Solomon. All right,
yes,
go ahead.
United States, Nigeria. We help us. If we agree, that's the best. Would you believe when that ATL, when they went on strike, I think you saw what happened. 1 4 onions like this, onions. 100, 200, 150. Everything was so expensive. So, for having state autonomous, it will not help us. Having agreement on one United of Nigeria, that's the best solution. We cannot be able to sustain state autonomous.
Okay.
Because River State, we are not good more in agriculture. And if you come for Eastern Equator, not all of them can afford agriculture, except Ebonyi State and Enugu. So if you come in area of fruits, the Eastern Equator cannot afford fruits like cucumber.
But have we tried this and it didn't work? We have always been assuming.
It will not work. I think I told you, it will not work. It will not grow. And it won't grow. And even the one that can, if the one that can grow there is no land in River State here. In River State now, there is no land anymore. You understand? There is no land. But even if you have land in Eastern Equator, if there is land, if it will grow, what stops them not to farm it? So the little one that they can farm, the gari and the rice in a boy state. A boy state, they are trying for rice. You see? So Enugu, the gari we eat here in Port Harcourt come from Enugu.
But I know I eat a lot of ogoni gari. I don't know about that.
Okay, for instance, ogoni now, they don't have soil. Their soil now cannot grow anymore because of the oil. The ogoni cleanup, they have not done it. Nothing a plant there now will grow.
All right, I think you have a point. But thank you. Okay, well, thank you very much. We have not given this a... I had a conversation with a chief. I've mentioned this one time. I'll quickly wrap this up soon. This man said he went to Israel and they would use water, the water from nuclear reactors, to plant tomatoes to take care of the full nation and export in a warehouse-sized space. We don't just think outside the box. We always feel like it has to be the conventional mode of farming or agriculture. And we are limiting ourselves. With the use of science and technology, a lot is possible. We can actually have these things planted here, grown here, and even exported. I'll just take one last message, and then we'll call it a wrap. Taminosaki John Bull says, Dave, if you change Nigeria's name to USN or Heaven State of God, the name is just a symbol. The people on it are still the problem. If you change the name, will the police change, or the politicians, or the customs, or the exam malpractice, or the high corruption, or the area boys, or the corrupt judicial process? Which will really change? If you call a dustbin a good name, will it still smell bad? What works for one country may never work in another. Taminosaki Jumbo. Well, you have a very valid point there. Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed myself. A lot of calls still coming. We'll do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow by 9 p.m. I'll be here, and we'll sojourn together up until 9:49, where the show will terminate for a paid program which will run up until 10 p.m., where I'll be back again for the world news. Do you enjoy the rest of your evening? Stay tuned. It's Today 95.1 FM.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Please listen to this paid infomercial.
Herbal Heritage International, the Kokoroko, for herbal medicine, when they produce stronger, correct medicine, they take it, they support with country health care system. Countryman, correct, holistic, ogbonge herbal medicine, they we know they come out for public anyhow, like a big basket. Food ground, as every Christmas, have been boundary. Sickness, have medicine, we pass them. After all, monkey smart now, because tree near tree is our forest. Heritage International will use the technology of computer testing machine to see and know before attacking that your health condition. We don't become Ubaruba for your life with the correct treatment. Therefore, whether definition or without definition, make you visit Herbal Heritage International offices way near you. Herbal Heritage International. Now you.
Hello and welcome to the program Roots and Herbs. Roots and Herbs is a program that discusses health-related challenges and suggests possible ways out from the herbal medicine perspective. Roots and Herbs is put together and sponsored by Herbal Heritage International, also known as Baba Yoruba. Baba Yoruba is currently having a special promo package. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. This offer runs while the stock lasts at number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. Number 24 Ikwere Road, Mile 1 by Education Bus Stop, Port Harcourt. This promo package will give you the opportunity to enjoy 50% discount on all their products and services. And at the same time, it will give you the privilege of meeting Baba Yoruba himself at the venue. For details and inquiries, the telephone number to call is 080 33 111 946. I repeat, 080 33 111 946. 080 33 111 946. On today's edition of the program, our topic for discussion is staphylococcal infection. And I have with me in the studio Dr. Otumba Abiodun. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Staphylococcal infections do occur in the body system when Staphylococcus bacteria enters into the body system and spread within the body system, destroying body cells. Staphylococcus bacteria are majorly of 3 types that can afflict men. But of these 3, the most pathogenic in nature, that is the one that is capable of causing diseases easily in men, is the Staphylococcus aureus, because it is capable of invading body cells, destroying them, causing different pathological changes in the body. When Staphylococcus bacteria spread in the body system, there are a number of changes that one can experience. This can result to burning sensation within the individual, and this can be seen as fever from time to time, or a situation where there is certain hotness coming from within. There can be skin manifestations in staphylococcal infection that can be given one periodic boils or rashes all over the body. In some people, such rashes can come around the pubic region, or even leading to boils that can lead to blisters or even ulcers on the skin. It is possible for one to experience persistent headache in staphylococcal infection because the body fluid is already contaminated. Staphylococcus, as we know, is a form of bacteria. Any bacteria that is capable of spreading in the body system can lead to reactions in the body that can further damage body tissues. And when this occurs, it is possible for one to experience joint pains in form of infective arthritis. Part of this bacteria can spread deep into the tissues of the heart, affecting the valves of the heart. And when this occurs, you discover that there can be palpitation that some will start witnessing as if they have panic attack. When this is allowed to continue in the body system, it is possible for one to start getting tired easily. There are many people, by walking from one pole to another, they get tired, or by doing just something that is not supposed to be that tasking in terms of energy consumption, they discover that it's as if they don't have enough hair where they are located. All this can be as a result of